and a hat at the same time before I went ahead and did that. By the end of the show, my hat's
I'm
usually...
surprised. I'm very surprised that Gary
Yo,
did not call me and ask me, is there a show tonight? And I tell him every week.
Well, I told him I'll see you tonight.
I said, if there's no show, I'll let you know. You know, I didn't even post. I didn't even post up yet on Facebook. I hear an echo in the house. Must be me. Must be me.
I hear it too. It's okay.
It was me. I done got rid of it. Guess I need to do some things.
Kind of like the background music.
My son made that.
That's sweet.
What's going on, everybody? I ain't know everybody yet.
What up, what up? Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
You know how it goes.
Welcome.
In the 330. Chilling in ice cold. From
I'm
Ohio.
looking for the damn link and I can't find it. There we go. That's the one thing I always forget to do is this stupid Facebook.
Turn all comments on.
Everybody forgets about Facebook. Or moved on away from Facebook.
What up,
I
Gary?
love Facebook still.
I'll still be messing with it. Hell, it took me years to get Facebook after stupid MySpace.
Yeah.
Gary's in there. I'm gonna be right
up,
with
G
y'all.
Money? Alright, let me get back here. We're doing the real. Alright, I posted.
That's what I just
so
did.
I'm gonna be right with y'all.
I made
Alright,
it
everybody, before we get started, don't forget. You can't see me now. The views and opinions expressed by the individuals in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the Outhouse podcast, its affiliates, its guests, or even us. It's just for entertainment purposes only. Oh, no, that was a dud. Let me see that. Is it by you? I have to retry that. I'm trying to hit the camera lens. Watch, I can get it. You hit the left one. You can hear it.
Centerfold.
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome
What the dealio?
to another insane show. We don't got a Sasquatch today.
Yeah, I'm not that hairy. Sorry, guys.
Sasquatch. The old Sasquatch. Look, them drums kicked in. He went right from clean to distortion. Boom.
That's
Right,
live back there. That's Al killing it.
Oh, man, I feel like I done been through my coffee already.
I got a second cup. We were so early. We're sitting here like, okay, something's
I told
missing.
them guys I'm surprised Gary hasn't messaged me and say, are we doing a show right when I'm setting up? Yes. If I don't tell you we're not, we are. I gotta keep telling Al that too.
Well, I also told him, I'll see you tonight. Look. Stay true to my word. Look, I look at the screen a lot more than I look at the camera too.
Me too. I look hard. Oh, look at me. I'm
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's hard.
Fucking beautiful over there. Bloody beautiful. I am. I'm a pirate.
After the booty. The sweet.
Me booty. Not that kind of booty. Or is it that kind of booty?
Coming soon. Baby, we shall see.
Man, we went out and crushed it last night, me and Jamie, me daughter. She's sitting there behind the scenes. We was going to have her sit down, but she said, hell no.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
I said,
It's intimidating up here, ain't it?
not really. It could be, but it ain't to me.
My first 7 times on here.
Oh, yeah? Took you a minute?
Oh, yeah, dude. I was shaking to the core.
That's weird, because, you know, from the very first one, I was just like... I was kind of doing that with this. I used to do a thing, this it was pre-podcast and was internet radio. And I basically did the same thing we're doing with no cameras.
Sirius XM, XM radio.
And then I'd play local music and indie and unsigned bands. We started, when I very first started, we was playing anything we wanted to play because internet was like, you know, the Wild West.
Free for all.
When it first came out, you know, the internet radio shit,
Yeah,
you didn't have to do the
100%.
ASCAP and none of that shit. Well, then they got... You know, after Lars did his thing and they started tightening up on all that shit and they finally got a grip on that shit and made us pay into it.
What's good, Matt?
Wait, I wasn't done. I was flicking it. I didn't even hit it yet. I'm bullshitting.
My bad. Hey. What's good, bro? Thanks for tuning in, homie.
But yeah, we was, Matt. Didn't you just say Matt?
Yeah, Matt Kacheri.
Oh.
Lorena Kacheri.
Oh,
That's not her?
Him.
I'm so confused.
Kacheri?
Oh, that's right.
Right
Gotcha,
there.
That's right. You said that last time. But he's Matt.
no, I'm
Pat.
Pat. Yeah.
Pat.
Like the guitar player I have.
Yeah.
God, man.
Patrick.
Everybody
There we go.
gets you shit for that username.
Special guest tonight, Pat. What's your last name?
My name's Pat BUCKOHR. BUCKOHR.
BUCKOHR.
Yeah.
There
If
you go,
those
kid.
that actually want to look me
This-
up and
this-
find me, it's Pat BUCKOHR. BUCKOHR. Hell yeah.
But he was
It's right there in the
Otto
title.
found him over there at the spot during a jam night over there a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
and he said, "Hell yeah, I'm coming on over."
Man,
Why
you
not?
was, you was
So he
telling
came
me
in
all about this magic stuff. Tell the folks about that. I want to hear about Discord. I'm interested in that.
Oh, Discord. Discord is
My brother-in-law. Don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah,
used
you're
to have
good.
a band named Discord.
Yeah, spelled differently
Yeah.
though.
Oh, he knows. Ha!
Yeah. Yeah. I
That
know
was- the
Discord.
drummer
Yeah.
was my brother-in-law, Mike,
no
Mike
shit.
Mazzocchi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, he's
All right,
married
that's
to
awesome.
Was married to my sister.
That's awesome.
He's a killer drummer. Good singer,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. That's really sweet.
Small world, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Really
back
is.
to your
Yeah.
Discord
So,
story.
You might even ran into each other at Ozfest.
yeah, possible.
Probably before that, too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Small world.
So, Discord, I'm
Oh, I
part
knocked the
of
pussy over. Damn it.
Discord. I'm part of a group chat for a trading card game called Magic the Gathering. I play competitive EDH, which is a specific format in Magic the Gathering. I play Stella Lee. She's a specific commander, and the group that I'm with, we all get together every other Wednesday, which was supposed to be tonight when recording, but I was like, hey, let's go and hang out with the guys. Sorry, guys. I skipped out on
Should have brought
you
him
guys.
with you.
It would have been like 30 people, and
We have to have
international. Like I've got a couple guys in Poland, one guy in Poland, a guy in UK, a guy in the Philippines.
We're about to figure out how to do the Zoom thing.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
We
So
did-
like,
we did the audition for him for America's Got Talent here,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
like a Zoom call,
Yeah.
but it would be different this style than how we had it. So we got to reconfigure on how we had it. But we was just talking about that.
yeah. So like, Discord is an app that you can use to have communication, telephone call, chat rooms.
It's that
bulletin
YouTube
boards.
one I told you
it's
about.
It's really cool.
Discord.
Yeah.
I've
So
heard
like,
of it.
shout out to the tavern. Love you guys. Thanks for helping me out for the past year. You guys have been great.
Hey.
Awesome.
But I play Magic the Gathering. I play competitively. I play a specific deck, and I compete, which is very interesting because there's like tournaments and money involved, which is really cool.
Oh yeah.
Lots of
He
money,
says,
dude.
"Oh my God, I'm on time." It's more like, "Oh my God, we're on time."
For real, though.
We have a
Normally,
guest.
And I way lost that bet. You haven't got up once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Shut your pie hole.
I had 17, so we'll still see.
Yeah.
I figure there's going to be
We're
something
gonna start
like
doing
late.
a new thing. Bets on how many minutes it takes before I have to get up.
Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
don't play Lorcana anymore because my best friend moved away. And
Oh, that sucks.
He had the whole collection. He would let me borrow stuff to play with him.
What is that? Is that a band?
Lorcana is
Or a
just
game?
It's a lot
another
like
trading
Magic
card
Gathering.
game, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Just like how Magic the Gathering is a
Yep,
trading
yep.
card game, Lorcana is another trading card game. There's still actually
And
like
that's basically like Dungeons and Dragons on a card, right?
no. Well, Magic the Gathering is kind of like that. The Lorcana card game specifically is actually a Disney-produced trading card game.
Yeah.
Disney is the devil.
It's like Pokemon.
Sure.
But with a lot of strategy. Like
Yeah.
an advanced Pokemon.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, but it's the same thing though. Like, cause on meaning Dungeons and Dragons, you get them hit points, and is it
Kind of,
You know what I
kind
mean?
of.
You
So,
gotta
like, in
build your
Magic-
character up and all that shit, and go gather shit.
Not so much that side. So, like in Dungeons and Dragons, you have character development and leveling and
See, I'm
trying
old
to go
school. I
and-
did that back in the day a few times, so I'm familiar kind of with
So
it. But
with,
I've never done
with
this new
Magic the Gathering, the trading card game. The format that I play is you build a single deck with one single card of each name.
So
So
now, what's the names? What's that?
each cards are different.
Or like the
names.
characters?
They're
or the-
creatures.
Okay,
Yeah,
creatures. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So like you
So
start
you want one of every name, then, is what you're saying?
one of each kind to build a strategy. There are over
So there's-
30,000 cards in Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's-
yeah, I
So
hear
there's-
that,
does that
dude.
mean it's like, let's just say there's like 5 kind of dragons, so to say?
There's easily 100.
Call your mom. Tell her to call my phone during a damn podcast.
That's interesting.
Easily 100 different dragons. You could probably find 200 different dragons in Magic the Gathering.
Here.
So names
it's-
are like the category.
The specific name of the card. So like there's different types of cards as far as like the strategy portion of Magic the Gathering, but the more specific thing for the singleton rule of the deck is that you're only allowed to have one specific name of a card. So like there's different cards like island,
Look, Gary's got that
plains,
top.
mountain, forest.
Oh, so
Swamp.
element mentioned before.
Those are the lands. Those are the mana colors.
Oh, okay.
So like there's that basic.
Machine, alien.
But there's artifact, there's creature, there's sorcery.
Weapons.
Oh, okay, yeah,
There's
yeah.
their equipment, which falls into the artifact category. Like it's a very complex game. Like,
Yeah,
it's been out
Keys and
since.
shit, or like picking shit.
You
and all
base
that type
the
of
whole
shit.
deck based on just one of those, like
Yeah.
that strategy.
Yep.
Okay,
You pick
now I
one
understand.
specific strategy and
Yeah.
archetype that you're going to do, and you hyper focus everything that we can from
That's associated with that.
35 years
Yeah.
of
That's
experimentation and game development into 100 cards.
Yeah.
You're only allowed 100 cards, single card of each card. And you build a strategy deck to essentially
That'd be
kill
crazy.
4 other wizards.
No way.
Each player starts with
Look,
40 life.
I
and
have to
you can-
memorize Lorcana.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like that's
Magic
advanced.
it's a strategy game. It's
that
a
requires
long-term-
way too much, bro.
Yeah.
Like Lorcana is chess on multiple levels. So that would be. You said how many cards? 300 and some.
30,000, 34,000 different named cards
And you got to base the whole. Yeah. Whoa. No way.
in Magic the Gathering. Yeah,
That's
like if you do, there's
Awesome.
tools for this too. Like there's websites and developments and
That was shit if
pages.
that went.
That would have been kind of shitty but hilarious.
Like, I could have never been on that if I tried. If I tried. I have an idea, so I'm going to write it down so I don't
Okay,
forget.
I was wondering, but I didn't say anything.
It's a different style of card game, but like outside of Magic, I like arts. I like music. I hang out in Canton, Ohio. I used to travel for a while until I was like, all right, well, I kind of want to stay home for a little while and have people come see me and see what we're trying to do. Like,
Yeah.
I love my city and I want people to come here. So.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Canton is home for me too.
Yeah.
It's where I've run back to. I've not been all over, but I've lived in a couple different states, and
I'm just
it's always
looking,
just coming back home. You're making me freak out over here. Having a heebie-dibby-deebis.
Because I had to write a couple examples down because I'll be like, why did I write left or right? And what I meant, I'm gonna get a whole compile a list, meaning that we can ask our guests sometimes, like basically, it would go like, wait a minute, let me, fuck, what's the other one?
I was actually interested in like how you do Discord. Do you do videos?
Yeah, so we essentially all have a server chat room. So on our server chat room, it's called the Is It League? Is It Discord?
That's on Discord?
Yeah, that's
you
on
can video
Discord.
Chat
Yeah,
through Discord.
Yeah, you can go in and get onto our server and have a
That's
chat
news to
room
me, yeah.
that you can go in and talk with other people.
That is so useful for a YouTube creator.
Huge.
I
Huge.
gave the knowledge to my buddy. I was like, listen, a Discord is how you talk to these people on YouTube because you can't otherwise.
Yeah.
You have to ask
Yeah,
them
you have
for
to, like,
stuff publicly.
Communicate them face to face.
Somehow,
get their phone number,
Well,
or even like
He blew up. And it's
email.
because he has that
Email.
Discord,
I
dude.
still use my email. Email me at ohiobbtattoo@gmail.com. Hit me up. It's okay if you don't, but I would love to see you.
What do you, is that Discord?
No, so if you go on to Facebook, it's Pat BUCKOHR, my name, PATBUCKOHR.
Oh, and then your link will be in
And
there?
you can hit my link.
Okay.
I have Instagram, which I share some of my art as far as tattooing, drawing. I make metal sculptures. I build giant pieces of metal. I fabricate with a local company here in Canton that does signage.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So like I build for a living.
That's
I
cool.
create. I'm truly an. I like to say that I'm an artist. I like to build. I like to create. I like to make. I want to go and be more in public to go and promote Canton as a local artist. All kinds. What we got?
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, this is art.
It's the same thing, we're doing.
You guys behind the scenes really can't see what the hell's going on in here. But like, this is sweet. I got to give you guys props. Thank you guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
We appreciate you coming out for sure. Faux show.
So you said you're familiar with the spot. Did you? It's because you got tipped there's a show there?
No, actually.
Was you the puppeteer?
I wouldn't call myself a puppeteer.
I seen a clip of them guys. They had some puppets. Somebody doing puppets.
As a Canada local.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I saw that. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go
I know
ahead.
exactly what you're talking about.
Hey!
So I was brought up here in Canton. I'm born and raised.
I'm getting up, but it's not for that reason.
That's 17 minutes.
No,
about.
I had 17. I think it's been 25. I think I missed the mark on the bet.
Had to
Either
give
way,
my kiddo a hug, man. She's
that was
leaving.
so sweet.
Oh,
You don't
Perfect.
wanna be
Yeah,
on
you gotta do
camera.
that.
So that doesn't count for me getting up.
Yeah, by all means. So like, I was tipped off to the spot by meeting a friend, one of the guys that runs the show. He's one of the guys. I'm familiar with the buzzman scene in downtown Canton. I was part of AE Sculpture Studios in downtown Canton. I've always been part of the
Loaded. I got the old off that last hit.
Yeah. So that's how I know the spot. Like the spot's really, really cool.
Yeah.
They're just a DIY project.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to really just go and build their own spot.
They've been
Put something available to people to go and make music and make art and do the thing, which is really, really
that
sweet.
was my original intent here.
Yeah.
With the bands doing the live stream, because there's nobody doing live streams that has great PA and lights and the whole nine yards.
This is
you know
great.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And
they have really
it was just
elevated
starting to
the
kick
community.
in, and then everybody. when the show's going on, I'm a maniac. Is the problem? I'm one of them motherfuckers that's screaming and hollering, and I'm not yelling at people in particular. It's usually because of equipment failure.
Sure,
or
you're
crazy
busy.
shit.
You're trying to talk and do everything.
And usually there's not enough people here to make it all go to where I can just kick back,
relax,
get videos going, sounds going,
and
lighting guys going,
and have
production person.
Yeah.
And if something goes haywire, then I can run to that specific person. Go, okay, let's get this fixed, or this is that. Or,
it's
you know
hard
what I mean?
being the owner and the manager.
Man, dude,
it's hard to do this shit, guys. Give it up to the local guys that are trying to go and get shit done.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, we're happy
sweet.
to have you.
Yeah,
we're glad to have guests. Like I said, there's a few people that's okay, but most people are like, what you mean, man? I'd rather go over here and jam at the whatever bar or whatever. Like, okay, but
is that
you can
iPhone
do that
charger
every
right
week.
there?
No, it's up back there. She's using it at the moment, I believe. I probably got another one, I'm sure, if you really need
gotcha.
it.
Well,
Why? Who needs
I can't
one?
see the comments. My phone died.
You sucker. Now I gotta get up. Get this
I would have
guy a
gotten up.
charger.
I would have switched fate
There's
for you
actually-
right there.
There's some of them right there. There's other ones, but I don't know if there's a block. You'll have to grab one of those other blocks. It looks like there's one laying right there.
The ones over there?
The block's over there, and the wires are hanging in this little thing right here. Ah, see? Tom didn't have to get up.
Yep, not that time.
Right in the front.
That happens,
yep,
though.
At the bottom. Right there, yep. All those should be Apple cords.
So
probably.
you're also like super big into the music scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do all kinds of shit around here, and from 2000.
I'm going to preface this.
2006 to 2019, I set up all the bands and all the venues around here, all the big venues, like the big bands. I've worked for every band you ever went and seen in concert from 2006 to 19. And I'm getting ready to start doing it again.
So we're talking like big scenes like House of Blues in Cleveland.
Yes. Although, no, I was talking about the Q.
The Q.
Yeah. The theaters, the
theaters,
state, Palace, and all that shit.
Palace Theater specifically.
The Civic in Akron, E.J. Thomas Hall.
Yep.
All the big shit.
Huge.
Canton Civic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, all that shit. And then I do we're doing the sound for the Hall of Fame shows up there at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, still active 2025.
In fact, I had Seth help us on it. I like that shirt you're wearing, Seth. That's a pretty
really
nice damn
sweet.
shirt you got on there, buddy.
It's a pretty nice shirt.
It's funny because if you notice, not only has he got a really nice shirt, but he's got a coat on too. Because normally it's frigid in here. He's like, oh shit, I'm going over there. It's frigid. I'm fat, man. I got, I'm over here sweating all the time. So everybody comes in my house, they're like, God damn, man, why is it so cold? I'm like, because I'm fat. I'm a nutritional overachiever, man. But no, I don't like the heat. And right now, I feel I'm a little warm in here, to be honest with you. Don't feel...
I radiate heat.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So now we're both like...
I'm pretty warm.
Two
I'm
stars.
comfortable, though. Like, I feel comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not sweating. I'm just a little warm. But I am drinking coffee, too, so...
Yeah, he got me this
Coffee
nice
and
shirt,
Kahlua.
and I put this one over it because I like this,
That's weird. I almost just grabbed a shirt almost just like that, but I went with this little black 80 stripe sucker that you can't see on there.
I'm about to be tuned back into the comments.
Oh, what I was talking about earlier was the questions would be like Black Sabbath or Led Zeppelin.
Oh, Black Sabbath.
And like Ragu or Prego.
Neither.
oh,
like,
God,
just
I'd make my
honest. Well, no, I'm not like that cultured.
He's like mids.
Sure. Yeah. Mids is
But
bad.
that was just examples.
Yeah. Random
I'm
questions.
Gonna get a bunch of questions. It's like the...
I don't
back
even
and
know
forth.
any other brands. In fact, I couldn't think of those off of the top of my head if I tried.
Velveeta or Mac.
What?
Velveeta mac and cheese
Or like Kraft.
or Kraft.
Or
Yeah.
Kraft.
See,
Like-
I would have to usually go Velveeta, but I can doctor up.
You can doctor
good.
up some mac.
Yeah. You put that Rotel in it, and it, well, either one, and it just bam, especially that.
Right.
But generally, I would have to go with Velveeta because you can't beat that creamy shit.
Yeah, that creamy packet cheese. Most of it's plastic, but we all know it's not good for us.
I seen that.
I'm the worst when it comes to eating
cheese.
healthy.
Producers
cheese.
like, shut that door. You can
Plastic
see it, but
covered
you
in
really can't
cheese.
see it. But if it bothers you so, because the air, I'm going to end up, you're going to make me get up. I can't do it.
What do you gotta do?
Close that door.
It's
bugging
charged.
her. I don't think you can see it. Come to my camera once. See, you can't really see. You can half-ass see the window back there, but who cares?
That's just security.
Hey.
It is.
It's not my fault that my phone battery doesn't hold a charge. I was charging it
Did you
the
get
whole
it
way
on?
here.
How old
Yeah.
is your phone?
It's a iPhone 11, so it's going out, but it's not that old. It's
I literally
2
just
years.
traded in my iPhone 13.
Yeah.
Like
Dude.
I try to make it last as long as possible.
I have a Wi-Fi connection, everything I need, and I still need this update. And I get this update, I have to delete everything on my phone for it, download it, and it won't install. I don't know why, but all of the
sucks.
apps on the App Store require this update. I'm gonna be screwed soon. I'm like, oh no.
Somebody come by and help this guy out.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
Hit the
serious.
website and donate to the.
Man, I was just thinking,
Do it.
Cash
Serious. Set up a PayPal. Set
Yeah.
up a PayPal. Set up a PayPal. and start your own business. Start your own LLC. Do the thing as a business owner. Like I
do the thing.
do the thing. Like,
MediaFarm.com.
You watch Casper site by chance?
Which website?
The YouTube channel Casper site?
I don't.
That's
I
weird
don't.
because he always says that. Do the thing. He always says go down and
Do the
subscribe.
thing.
Go down,
It's smart.
like, share,
a
and
lot
do
of
the
times,
thing.
a
Subscribe.
lot of times it can be.
I think
it's
I know
just
what you're
it's
talking about.
hard
Do the
because
thing.
like
Do the
Do the
thing.
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know the guy. You
I know what
know
he's
the
talking
guy I
about.
watch, that British dude.
Yeah.
It's better than just do it from
shadow bastard.
from the Nike
Casper
commercial.
site is awesome. He's a featured site on here.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's a reaction dude that reacts on like ghosts and UFOs and all kinds of weird shit.
Oh, like ghost hunting?
No, he reacts on those channels that are doing that shit, or like little weird clips of, little clips of UFOs or odd shit or shadow
Usually,
shit. He's
the
always
second
got,
half, we'll talk about all the paranormal
Yeah, we
stuff.
get crazy. We go conspiracy,
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
paranormal,
Yeah,
and all
I like
that shit
that
on the
stuff.
second
Get into
half.
it.
Usually, the first half we try to get in, all your information.
Yeah.
All what you're doing.
I'm
and
Pat
all that
BUCKOHR,
shit and all that shit.
Ohio BB Tattoo, Cherry Arts. We're Artist Complex. That's myself, my dad, a couple other artists, Patch Adams,
Do it.
Cyrus
do it.
Custom Framing. Shout them out as local frame shop that's national class.
Shout out.
Yeah, downtown Canton, filled with artists and creators that are just fantastic. Canton.
Anything you want to shout out? It's all you.
Yeah.
Whatever you would like to talk about.
I might have to fill my coffee up though.
You say you go to a lot of shows.
Down to the
So,
bottom.
like, what other kind of shows?
So
Rap? Tell me about some rap ones.
some hip hop, some rap, some R&B.
Yeah.
I got to work for Snoop Dogg,
That's cool.
Lil Wayne.
That's cool. Yeah.
Who's the other ones? I can't think. All them big.
I do a lot of like local band shows. Like
Actually, his shirts are pretty bad. They got a big ass weed leaf on the back of them.
Sure. Yeah. I don't mind.
If you remind me
hip-hop.
when we go on break, I'll go grab one. I'm gonna have to go get this cup of coffee because it's bugging me. So if I go do that, I can grab that shirt real quick
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there,
yeah.
and then maybe shut that door so the producer don't crack me in the skull.
Snoop Doggy
with
Dogg.
that stick back
KP
there.
Malone. Was he the last guest? Probably not. But KP just did a song with Snoop Dogg. Local artist here in Canton, so shout
That's
out.
awesome.
Yeah. I don't know how he did it. Don't ask me.
What happened?
He did a song with Snoop Dogg
Oh yeah.
through his label. Yeah. So shout out.
Yeah.
That's all.
Look at you.
The spot.
Ryan did one with, or King V did one with what's her name?
Ice Spice. He
Ice
didn't.
Spice,
He didn't do.
that's-
I don't know if he ever did that.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't.
No, I think that's still in the works.
That's all right though, because I ain't really, to be honest with you, impressed with her ass. I don't think she's all that good, to be honest.
King
with
V's
you.
better. Yeah.
Yeah,
King
I
V's
would
better.
say. I would say by far, but
By
you know,
far,
whatever.
you heard it here. See?
But
Shout out.
you gotta get in there to somebody that's already on that boat. You know what I mean? Like, hey, throw me a line, so I give him credit.
Sure,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Shout 'em out.
as other female artists out there, I think she's bottom of the barrel.
I'm not really that versed in hip hop. Like
Yeah.
new age, new school,
Yeah.
new class hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't follow a lot of young up and coming
Like Lil anything.
What's up, Zach?
rap. Like
Yeah.
sure, yeah, like I like
Susan?
hip hop. I do enjoy poetry.
Here
Yeah.
for a
I do
while.
love a song and a speech and a dance. Like there's certain kind of arts and music
Well, sure.
that
Yeah.
we all enjoy.
When it's
and that's
real
what it's
art
real.
and real music.
yeah, when it's original and you're throwing it in.
You know, that's weird about that whole thing, the original
Sure.
thing, because I got an original band, and it's like all these great venues that are around here, these pavilions that they built all in these
Yeah,
cities.
Canton,
They don't want to
Massillon.
do shit with
Yeah.
nobody but tribute bands, man. And it's
Yeah, a lot
sad.
of tributes, a lot of
Like,
stuff.
dude, man.
Stuff.
There's so
stuff.
many good original bands, and we ain't getting no
Yeah.
credit out here
Yeah,
whatsoever.
There's a local band here in
Unless you
downtown
got a
Canton called
gazillion-
Urban Honey.
Yeah, they're great.
Urban Honey's really, really good. I
Yeah.
really
That's
enjoy
the dude
them.
that puts on. He plays the drums. He's the-
Joshua.
Yeah,
Josh.
down
Yeah.
there, which George's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I recorded them with my phone. My kid went up and played when they played that Quonset Hut 50th anniversary thing.
Yeah, after they moved.
Yeah, Jimmy and them went up there.
38th Street.
Yep, and we was up there running sound for that. Speaking of being always
Yeah.
involved
Okay.
in
So
the local
so
shit.
yeah, I was there for that
Okay.
show. Yeah.
So
I
me
know
and-
Josh and Urban Honey and Hunter.
So my kid was the dude with the long hair with the record scratcher, and the black kid that was, I think he was playing guitar and he was rapping and singing and shit.
Okay.
Really good.
Very cool.
That was my kid there in the middle
Nice.
of all amongst all
Nice.
that. But that's where the first time I seen Urban Honey, and I was like, damn.
Yeah,
these
yeah,
guys
Urban
are
Honey,
badass.
downtown locals.
I tried to get them down here.
Downtown
and
locals.
they're one of the bands that's like kind of like, well, you know, I'm like, all right, well, let me know.
So they play shows downtown. They have in the past. It's not just locals. They need to travel, have a big fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Come down and see a show. Come down on their next show. Google them, search them, Facebook,
They're a damn
Instagram.
good band. They're
Urban
funky as
Honey,
hell.
Canton, Ohio. They're awesome. They've got a really strong female vocalist. She has a powerhouse. Amazing guitarist, great drummer, great bassist. All honest and really real people. They're great people.
I will agree and disagree with this statement here. He said, because he says talent doesn't matter anymore. You just got to be entertainment to the public. True, but the problem is if you're not talented, you're entertainment to the public today and not tomorrow. If you're talented, you're entertainment to the public forever. That's the difference.
My brain
You're
left this
irrelevant if you're
conversation.
not talented in a matter of weeks.
Cover bands will kind of only be cover bands. Like, I get cover bands.
Well,
I
cover bands
like
is
to
different
see-
than a tribute band.
Yeah, I think.
I like to
Cover
see
bands play a wide
neither.
range of other people's music, and a tribute band plays
one
specific.
Yeah.
Just so you guys,
I like to see other like original songwriters, original artists, things like that.
Everybody-
I like a lot of the metal scene that
You
Canton
probably
used
like
to
our
have.
shit. We're not metal, but we're
Well, like
We're like
Canton-
a heavy
Canton used to
Godsman.
have a
not really a heavy guy.
heavy metal rock scene,
Yeah.
and it's kind of shifted. It's actually kind of being revived, just outside of Canton if you're Canton local, but in Canton if you're from out of town. The Dive. It's over on Whipple Avenue. It's right above where Packatans used to be, south of the 77 exit.
Right.
The Dive. They're on Facebook.
It's across from where the farm store and
the Salvation Army is.
No,
across from the Salvation Army on
that's
Whipple.
down there. I was thinking you meant up.
Over by Planet Fitness.
Over by Karma.
That's my building.
In what used to be Karma.
Oh, it's called the Dive now?
The Dive.
Wait a minute.
The Dive.
It's in the Springbrook Plaza?
Yeah. It's the Dive.
That's my building. I do maintenance there.
Oh.
I do maintenance for Fitzpatrick that pretty much owns all the shit.
I don't know
in
that.
Canton.
I think it's the one,
The
next
Dive
to it.
is
anything that happens
bar.
in that building other than like main plumbing big shit, but I do like have to change the light bulbs and do shit out in the parking lots and all this crazy shit out there.
Yeah. Did not know that.
Keep it clean. Well, he's been having the other dudes doing all that, but usually I used to go around the parking lot and pick up all the litter.
What?
I used to love that.
That's
Get
cool
paid
about
to
the
walk
Dive.
around, pick up trash for $25 an hour.
But
Spend
it's
about 3 or 4
kind of
hours
a
out there
bummer.
doing it. Like, hell yeah, boy, I got to get some coffee. What?
It's kind of a bummer that Karma is not there because they wanted to do a show. And like I was telling everybody about Karma.
Yeah,
they were
Karma-
Where was that at? I heard of it.
That was right there in that plaza right beside
So
it.
where is that at in the Springbrook Plaza? I can't even
It's
picture
beside
that.
it.
Karma. The Karma bar changed to the Dive.
But I don't even know where that's at. Because
It's Whipple Avenue.
Well,
I know
where
I'm
we
saying
put
if
the
it's in that freaking
magical
plaza,
Where we put the
screen
sweepers?
Google box.
you take in the next parking lot up on that hill, the
oh,
little one.
it's before Springbrook then.
Yeah, it's not.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, I don't recognize that name.
yeah. It was a little hookah lounge. The
I
only
know
place
what
you
you're
could
talking- I
get
know
a
what you're
hookah
talking
at.
about now.
It used to be.
It's that one right before it.
Dude, I seen
if
a
you're
comedy
coming down
show
the hill
there.
from the highway.
Yes, they do some.
I got you now.
They did a
some of
comedy
that.
show there, and there was this old guy.
I
Oh
was
my
just
gosh!
confused for a second.
Okay. KarmaSocialLounge.com is still the website via Facebook. It is known as the Dive Bar, also known as the Dive.
You have to go closer to the camera.
The Dive.
The Dive.
Shout out.
So
Yeah.
what are they doing there then?
They play a lot of heavy music there. They do some techno nights. They do a lot of other alternative musicians.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, the Dive. Some of the locals that I grew up watching and learning music experimentation with and play there. There's lots of good locals.
Do you play any instruments? Did we?
I play harmonica.
Nice.
I'm like cheesy with it.
You have to come play the wizard for us. Wow, wow, wow.
I'll have to learn it. I don't know that one. I really don't.
It would be
I don't
tricky
play.
because we tune to C sharp. So what? Well,
I've got C. I can play C sharp on here.
They probably are tuned pretty close because I know Into the Void is tuned C sharp. So a lot of their older shit was tuned down like that. But I'm not so sure where that particular song is.
I'll have to try.
But,
I'll have to
we
listen
don't
to
play
the
it.
song.
But if by God, if he was coming up with a harmonica, we'd play it.
I try it. I'm down to
My
try
band
it.
could literally play the wizard down, down, down. We'd play right through it. Any black
Harmonica?
Sabbath song?
Hey, who? Harmonica?
It's a Black Sabbath song that Ozzy plays.
Oh.
Yeah, but like
harmonica
harmonica
I'll
is
get
really just a single
We'll just play
chord.
it. We'll play just an.
I don't play it at all.
can't
I
do
was
it
asking
like
if
that.
any of you guys play harmonica. That's
I
all.
do.
No, he said he does.
I play a harmonica
I can't get it.
for fun.
I'm watching
The guys in his band, they play all
But I
kinds of
play
instruments.
independent.
So
I
didn't
don't know covers. I don't
Yeah.
follow other people's music.
I'm gonna
I,
say-
like,
Have
I
fun.
get it. I make music myself in my own way.
And you play what all instruments?
Harmonica. That's it.
Oh, that's
I was,
right. We just
I
went
was
through this
literally
son of a bitch.
just saying it.
You good, bro?
That's
You
why they call
good?
it dope.
We'll be right back.
Right after these commercials. Do do do. Have you forgotten that you got up in the
Wow.
past 2 seconds?
Am I here?
No.
Damn, I asked the same question twice.
Dude,
Love it.
the comments are so far away. I feel like I can't see them, and I feel old for it.
Did I
I'm
miss
like,
something?
Yeah, Zach and Susie's in the
Yeah,
building.
I said something to them.
Oh, I
What's
didn't
going
even
on,
hear all
guys?
that. But yeah, they were talking. There's it.
Okay. Oh, see?
Well,
Now
maybe
it's only
you
on
mentioned
top
that last
messages.
one. Yeah. Okay. See, it's always the one before it.
My thing's call because I went out. Gary's got that number one, boy.
And then my brain like kind of left the conversation halfway through because I'm like, yeah, oh, nope, yeah, oh, yeah, no, oh, all right. Because I'm so illiterate.
What's
when it
like
comes
your
to music.
earliest memory that sucked you into music? What?
Oh, my first show, like, remember,
Was it a show or was it like a
like experience of music
that like
that I
oh,
can like actually retain and remember? I was tape recording a radio song from Q92.
Nice, Nicolina? We love you.
Yeah, the diva. Yeah.
She'll come in here one of these days. I'm pretty good friends with her. She's
cool.
I just got to get it scheduled.
Yeah.
She already said she would.
So, like,
just a matter of
it's-
her not being so busy one day.
Yeah.
Nicolina's
do the thing.
cool as hell.
This is sweet.
They're all cool.
That would be cool.
Me and Larry used to do. My brother used to do sound for them guys when they'd bring artists in and shit.
I think I was
you know the thing.
I think I was maybe 8
I need coffee.
doing that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So like 99.
So you don't have
2000?
no like older brothers or sisters?
No,
that you,
I'm the oldest. Like, so I.
Or you didn't listen to mom and dad's records pre that or anything
Well,
like that?
I had
Like, ooh.
CDs.
Yeah.
I had CDs.
Well, that's kinda what
I was born in 91. I'm 33.
Wow, I graduated
so,
in '90. That's crazy.
like, yeah. So
That's
like,
wild. Like, what
I grew up in the weird like the weird era of come home when the street lights turn on and bikes and dirt
Right.
ramps
Oh, yeah, that's
and
what ours
digging
was, too.
holes
Right.
and like playing
Outside?
the outside go touch
Fishing
grass
and-
go touch grass turn your phone off for an hour come back and turn in
Go in
like
the woods,
it's cool
switch your bike and get
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
And come back
Like,
with broken bones.
that
and
shit
like
happens.
That.
Be
Shot
strong.
by the
It sucks.
neighbor kid
It
with the
hurts.
BB gun and all that good shit. Yeah,
But
they don't
still-
do nothing like that anymore.
it's still fun.
Oh, my eye! My eye! Ah! Why did you do it?
We
used
if
to
you don't
fuck
want to
each
go
other up, boy.
outside, instead, go to the movies. Go experience something.
I say go in the woods. Fuck them movies.
Well, like if
Oh,
you
man.
can't go to the woods, if you live in New York
That's true.
or like
But
LA,
you can go to
or,
Central Park even
or
if you're in New York, and that's
Cleveland.
kind of like
like
the
Cleveland
woods.
has some nice parks.
Yeah.
Cuyahoga
Man.
Falls is
Yeah.
okay.
I have so much social anxiety. It's
yeah,
just,
If
I don't
you
know
don't
why.
want to go outside,
Like,
that's fine.
I
but
don't like to go anywhere
go,
alone.
go do something outside by yourself.
Yeah,
Get out of the
yeah,
house.
Yeah, of course. I go to like the parks and stuff, but to go to like a busy city alone, I don't know. I do it for adventure, but man, I couldn't. I go to the parks. I go away from humans. I go and find a hobby. See, I
like
skate,
But
parkour,
see,
make music,
in
make
amongst
videos.
of them, there's two ways I take it. I either get super stoned and sit there and watch them like everybody's zoo animals and analyze and make fun of them and make voices of what their character,
People talk.
what you think that they would sound like and
Yeah.
shit like that. Or the total opposite where I'm like, fuck you! You're an asshole! You jackass! Get out of my way!
That better
It's one or the other with me.
If that ever happens at a Coney shop, I am leaving. I am
No,
leaving.
I'm usually cool, but like today when I was trying to get some food, it was like turn the corner, somebody pulls out in front of me and they go, you know, it's a 35 and they're going 20 and it's like, oh, and I'm over here starving. My daughter's got to use the bathroom. And it's like, come on, man. And they finally get them out of the way and it's somebody else. And it's like,
yeah.
that's the only reason.
Aggravating.
You know, dumb
Sounds like
shit
a
like
day,
that.
man.
I'm usually cool though, because I smoke a lot, so I just tend to laugh it off most of the time. Only when I'm hungry is really when I got an attitude or equipment failure. That's the two things that piss me off most in life.
Yeah.
Hungry and equipment failure. Everything else just doesn't even matter.
Fair enough.
I get annoyed. Like, my biggest pet peeve is technology not working the way it's designed to
Why?
work.
Yeah.
Like, when my
Yeah.
phone takes 7 years to just, like, unfreeze.
Yeah.
What's the time?
Like,
I gotta get up
bro.
and give this clown a guitar pick.
That's the worst for me. That's where I'll go and smash
What do we
things
got?
and yell.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Like, I also grew up in that era too,
44.58.
where like Xbox 360 and like PlayStation 3 rage quit.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 chat rooms.
Hey. Do
Like-
you still game?
I don't. I play Magic the Gathering. That's what we talked about. I play chess.
I play Fortnite.
Fortnite, I get
I
it.
love
Like
Fortnite.
being able to build and create and like do a sandbox feature inside a single world game is pretty sweet for
I
technology.
do build, but I'll play zero build. I like to make the feature look like Call of Duty, and then play like it's survival.
Yeah,
I don't
Like,
know. To me,
zombies.
Yeah,
in
but it's
that
like-
way, like.
and you
Can-
know it's
can you
little
make-
kids.
Is there a
Some of them.
developer? Is there a developer that we can go and talk to that could possibly make like Minecraft Call of Duty zombies and put it in Minecraft, like import
The
it?
last thing I did was San Andreas.
San Andreas,
and
yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
And Ghost Recon. After that shit,
Ghost
I quit
Recon,
playing games, man.
the
PlayStation 2.
Rainbow Six Siege is a combat
PlayStation
first-person
freaking
shooter
2.
game.
Anything
like
Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy's different style
That's
of
some good
game.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Tom Clancy. So I'm up.
Yeah.
I guess I'll grab this shirt and shut the door.
That's the only game I really play. I don't play anything else. Just Fortnite. It's the only game that I currently have. So like to download something if it's not free, I ain't getting it because I don't got the Game Pass or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I kind of gave up on video games.
You have to pay for everything.
Yeah, the EA Sports paywall was a thing when GameStop was like at a peak before things went like full digital to buy the game. Local Crew, awesome.
That's the Snoop
Hell
Dogg
yeah,
one.
that's awesome, man.
And Wiz. Hey, you know the next one's coming up soon.
2006.
That's sweet.
Why aren't we going?
When is that happening?
It's supposed to be happening soon. It's an event that's on Facebook that I've gotten
Right,
recommended to see. I was like,
Oh, I don't know.
yeah. Wiz Khalifa, DaBaby, and it's not Snoop Dogg. It might be Snoop
Is that
Dogg.
Blossom?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know where it is. It's in Ohio.
I'll tell
it's
you
near
what,
us.
during that show, Blossom, that whole building smelled like weed, bro. I'm telling you what, they was chiefing everywhere.
I shouldn't have smoked as much as I did because this conversation's throwing me everywhere.
Oh, what's up, Jimmy?
There you go.
My
That
son
was
says,
long
Mr.
needed.
Pat,
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Jim, some bluegrass with Pat on Monday. Cool guy.
Yeah, yes. I try to play
That's
harmonica.
chat right there.
I can't see chat podcast.
On the left.
Oh shit. Okay. Very
Yeah.
cool. Sorry, my glasses. you
Yeah,
know,
I got the same problem.
I got. I
That's
don't
why
pay
I got
attention
this
to that.
over here,
I
'cause I
don't
can
look at the
barely read-
screen. I try to
can
look at the
barely read all
camera
that.
and other people,
Right.
and try to communicate. Like, I know that you guys are there. I just
You know, my hardest
let you guys
thing-
talk. Let you guys talk.
I grew up with my dad instilled into me respect is given when you look somebody in the face.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that is
100%.
so
Like
hard
it
to
really
do.
is one
When-
of those things where like you don't turn your back on people that you're trying to talk to
Yeah.
give your attention. To
Yeah.
be like respectful to someone, you have my attention.
Yeah,
You're-
you don't
I'm-
do something
I'm here
drastic.
in the moment.
Yeah.
No, he did not bring his harmonicas. We was just talking about him playing
No.
the wizard with gas.
No, I didn't bring them. I played
Had he
Monday.
would have known, he would have brought them. Had I would have known, he could have done a little live
Sure,
thing right
yeah.
here. But
I almost got the comments. Hold on. All right, I'm good.
He's I'm almost there.
I'm gonna use the fat pig's butt.
That's a fat fucking pig.
That's the only time you. The fat fucking pig. It's the only time you can say the
We're
F word.
technically not supposed to say the F word, and when you drop it, we're supposed to put quarters in there for charity.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But we haven't done that in a while, so
I don't know how bad my language
We had it
actually has
full,
been.
charity
I really
had to
don't.
be charity
Has somebody been keeping account?
It's been pretty clean, but very intellect and very
Yeah.
dialect too. Very pronounced. You're a well
Yeah.
speaker.
And you know,
People find me intimidating. I'm
it's-
sorry,
and-
chat. Like,
and it's
I try to be a nice guy. Like, come hang out. I'd love to talk with you.
and as you can
Let's
see,
hear it.
it's the media farm, hence all the cocks and pussies.
Yeah.
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 And the Outhouse
different.
podcast because it's an outhouse.
Yeah. I dig the shields and the holes in the wall.
It's pretty shitty, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people think those are barrels, and they
No,
look
those
like
are definitely
barrels.
shields.
They're the toilet lids.
Yeah, they're the toilet lids. Yeah.
Yep. Makes sense.
I was thinking about changing. I got a couple more images. We'll have to go look at them here and make a decision, see if we want to change it for the hell of it.
That'd be a seasonal thing. Hey, season
Right.
2.
Oh, I'm
We've
stealing
had that,
that.
once, and I run back and changed them all.
I'm getting a copy of that pit
Or no, I
that
didn't change it.
and painting that.
Just gonna take it.
Yep. Yep. Sorry. Art.
Damn, we could merchandise, have that thing painted on some drops.
I'm gonna spray paint
you-
that wooden board, and it's gonna look great.
Awesome. Like the busted up behind it.
Yeah,
without-
yeah.
without
I'm
the-
gonna beat up that shield over there. in the
Oh,
corner.
the
Like,
lid
Yeah,
This
the-
one right
yeah,
here.
that lid.
right here.
That one or
You're-
that
you're-
one
you're
or that one.
backwards.
Vote
Gotta
in
go
the
the
chat.
opposite.
Vote in the chat. Whoever gets the most votes, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the one I'm gonna paint.
Wait. Seth, over by Seth is number 1.
Yeah.
Number
2,
2.
3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
That's how it's backwards. It's weird when you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Man, just
No.
put Photoshop AI in there and just have like Will Smith come in and, hey,
Schmack.
what you doing? Yeah, smack it. What I tell you about talking to my wife?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Dude, did
It's
you
so
see his
weird.
new song? Girls, girls,
Who?
girls,
Will
pretty
Smith?
girls. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
that dude's lost it a long time
I was
ago, man.
I like everything he
I
did
used
up
to
into
love
that
him,
point.
man.
I mean, he really went for music, and he is a musical soul.
sure.
He was good. Aladdin was phenomenal, man. And like some of the stuff that he's done, he's still.
Disney with Disney Works, like that was actually a really phenomenal performance
But
as the
He's
genie.
a great actor, but I think
He
he's
also
kind of lost
vocal.
his mind, man.
yeah,
We'll not talk about that because
But,
we don't
yeah.
really care.
I think it's more so like he's being
Well, yeah.
somebody
But
above.
then you done lost your mind because how you gonna let somebody do that?
Did you
There ain't
see-
enough
did-
money in the world?
Have you ever seen the old school
That's why I'm
footage
sitting here, bro.
of the slap? I forget who it was, but the same exact slap happened, and they compared it
Yeah,
side
I've
to
seen
side.
it. There was the whole scene, not just a slap.
The whole scene, the dialogue and everything,
Yeah.
word for word, was perfect, dude.
Sure.
And I
Okay.
was like, yo, okay, well,
The slap heard round the world.
it's insane. You have to look into it. Will Smith slap duplication, I guess. Good luck. Maybe it's on the Y-files.
I wanted a pig. How you a guitar player and you got no picks back there? Or what'd you do? Did you? If you just dropped it, you must have dropped it behind the amp where he couldn't get to it.
Oh, he didn't. He just dropped his.
That's why I had to get up to give him a guitar pick.
Gotcha. It makes sense.
What in the hell?
What in the hell? The helly?
And this is sweet.
Welcome
'Cause
to
we've
it.
got a weird spot where we all play Dungeons and Dragons, right?
I don't know. I play Lorcana.
You've never played Dungeons and Dragons.
Nope.
It's pretty
You've
cool.
Never played Dungeons and Dragons.
Actually,
You've never rolled a 20-sided die ever in your life.
Lorcana.
Okay, so you rolled a 20-sided die.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Do you play chess?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
used
study
to be
chess?
competitive. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you play online or do you play on board?
I play on board.
Nice.
Physical. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my game of choice. I mean, like, I'm very old school. I'm 31 myself, so like I have around this same kind of stuff. But I revert very much so to the old school because till like 20 years old, 18 because we didn't move out. My dad was like, no technology. The only thing we have is dial-up internet.
Okay.
And every TV I had was like a small little TV, and I had the old school game consoles. So like I wasn't caught up with everything that was
Sure.
out.
Yeah.
And in fact, now, like I said, I have the Xbox
Well,
One.
I grew up playing chess too. Like
Yeah.
I like strategy games. I grew up playing chess. That was one of my favorite things to do.
I'd say I'm good at it,
I
but man,
wasn't
my
too
buddy
bad at
kicks
it.
my butt.
Yeah.
He's good at everything.
Do you
I
follow chess
overthink
like
this
New
some
Age? Do you follow like Magnus Carlsen and
Like, no. Nothing professional about it. No,
Nothing
I play it
professional.
strictly for fun. I don't
Man,
know
that's awesome.
timing. I don't know any like
Yeah.
real rules that follow behind it.
I used to have this dude back when I was doing the
I'm a scholar chess player. I like to study it.
You can teach me a thing.
when I was doing the radio, internet radio thing, my neighbor was a black dude, and well, he was in prison for a while, and he got out. And I used to have a thing because you could play chess like back then on, I think it was
Like Windows 95.
no, it was in the chat thing in AOL chat or
Yeah,
something. whatever.
AOL. Yeah, there's
Is that what
a
it was?
specific code. It's the numeric code for the chessboard notations.
Okay, well, anyway, we could get on there, and I had prizes. There's like pretty cool shit, man. If you can beat this dude, and nobody could beat this guy. Nobody could beat this dude, man. He was unbeatable. I was like, damn, bro.
Early day online chess.
He was a bad son of a bitch, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm decent at it, but he smoked me like I was a fucking...
Yo,
Like
what's
I
good,
first
Beanzo?
time playing, dude. I was like, damn, bro. Couple moves, boom. I'm like, whoa.
Magnus, he's humbled.
Magnus kind of was humbled. If you find some
There's
most
Beans,
recent, like there
what I
was
just said.
yeah Magnus Carlsen rated 3,428 or some random
would
obscure
never know.
number. Like it's insane like how crazy some of these chess ratings get
Bro,
because
I play it
it's-
like I play checkers.
yeah like
I just
if
pick
you're
it up and just do it when
when you
somebody challenges.
there's
me.
always like my favorite bars and places to go are random places that have chessboards just to go and just move the pieces. Just, if there's someone that wants to go and come and respond, play a game of chess.
Man,
like have fun with it.
tell
that
you
milestone down there.
Yeah, milestone. Yeah,
They got all the
Shit, they're
games,
on the
man.
table.
yeah.
I was
It's
going to
always,
show you these coins that I make. I got this forge that I melt shit,
yeah.
but they got the molds to make a whole chess set, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
you can have those
it's like
3D printed now.
$800. I'd love to have
Yeah,
one, man.
I don't have a forge at my sculpture studio, but
Copper
I
and
used
brass
to.
pieces, man. That would
Yeah,
be badass,
yeah,
man.
yeah, totally. The issue I deal with steel predominantly for metal sculpting,
Welding and
welding,
fabric grinding,
well,
and all that shit.
well, not just that. Like I do that before my day job. Like my day job has been within recent months. My art history and my upbringing was building and fabricating metal sculptures. I grew up helping my father build local sculptures made out of punch-out rings, which are like a rubber duck made out of steel rings that's bright and yellow. A gorilla that was painted blue on the outside and orange on the inside. A beta fish. They're all
Like those sculptures that was downtown for.
those are them.
Yeah.
A lot of
okay,
those.
yeah, I was like, that
Yeah.
sounds like the ones.
Yeah, so like
The big ones.
Yeah, the big ones. Like, so my
did that?
dad,
You helped
my
with those?
dad built those whenever I was a kid, like 13 through 17, and then I went to the military and left for a little while and worked, and then I came back. And
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thanks. No problem. I had fun. I met some of the greatest people there.
Yeah.
My family, some of my friends. United States Marine Corps, 1775.
I've had family members in the Marine Corps, friends in the Army.
Yeah. So, but then whenever I came back, I had a slight day job. And
Did you say a slight gay job?
Day.
Oh,
Day.
What?
Slight day job. It was a part-time.
Hated that moment.
I sold cell phones for a little while. I worked at AT&T, but I don't like AT&T because I'm not a fan of
Fair.
things.
Yeah,
Like,
fair.
it is what it is. Not to get into the corporate world as a business owner,
Man,
like
that shit
it's
got
weird.
loud.
Yeah, I ended up selling cell phones and learned how to tattoo. I own BB Tattoo in downtown Canton.
You had said that, yeah.
I own Cherry Arts, which is a sculpture studio that we are rebuilding and remanufacturing in downtown Canton, Stark County.
Wow. Okay.
We purchased the.
Did you know
the
Brian
building.
Carnes? Bubba?
Yeah. I was in conversation with him and visited him. Yeah.
I pretty much known him all my life.
Yeah. It sucks.
Mm-hmm. He was a pretty cool dude, man.
Rest in peace, Bubba.
Amen to that. I was trying to get him on here, man, and
Yeah.
same thing. He was just doing too much shit.
As a tattoo artist, as a local, he was one of the originals. He did a lot for tattooers to make art, to make tattoos. As a tattoo artist myself, like he is one of the Canton local OGs.
Cool.
Like
Nice.
he was respected in a certain way. Might not have been because of his art or his style or his technique, but it was for the art of
It's
tattooing.
one of a kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know Skin Invasion?
Yeah. I actually worked there in my early years before opening my own shop.
That's my ex's
Travis
uncle.
Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, different guy. He's doing pretty good, from my understanding.
I haven't seen him forever, but I got one
I
tattoo.
I see him on social media.
Oh shit, we're 2 minutes over.
Break?
Yeah.
Oh.
We
Look at
usually
that.
take a little 5-minute break or so in halftime. I'll
Yeah,
take it so we
yeah.
can do little pee breaks.
If
smoke
we
a
can go
cigarette.
in cut. Thanks, producers. Thanks, guys.
No, we don't cut. Oh, you know what?
Oh, we played the
commercial.
hookers and
She's gonna have,
cocaine track.
yeah, I was gonna have to load that in unless.
Is it, on the laptop?
Yeah, let me go look real quick.
Basically, we're out.
All right.
No, not yet.
I guess we're not.
But that's fine. We'll just be here for
Yeah.
you to look at. But man, that's a lot. Like you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
some
I'm-
strings here in Canton.
I'm local. I'm
Yeah.
a local guy. I want to go and do some things. I want to make some art. Sorry, guys. Artists don't make good money. I wish I did. I
You're
wish
preaching to the
I
choir
did.
there, man. I'm broker than broke.
Like, help me.
So you're trying to like introduce your arts and everything into the music
About a
community
minute, we'll
too.
take a break and then we'll be right back here as soon as a little.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, we shall return and you will find out.
Like right now. We'll be back. You know how we do it. Stick with us.
Good evening,
Appreciate
ladies and
everybody.
gentlemen. We shall be having a brief intermission in our feature
We'll be back,
presentation.
Gary.
We'd like to remind you all there are snacks and light refreshments at the front bar, hookers and cocaine in the back room. I know where I'll be. The second half of our program will begin momentarily, a little darker, slightly more sinister. Good times for all. Thank you and good night.
whole different thing.
I've seen pictures and videos, text. I know you could call them. I didn't know you could video call them, and I didn't know that was like the main source of like how you do a Discord like channel, I guess.
Yeah, they're called servers.
Yeah.
So like server, there are.
We're back.
There's probably 20,000 servers.
Oh
just
yeah, man.
using that program.
Oh yeah, dude.
At least 200.
I'm on like 7 of them, but I just
I've-
haven't logged in.
Yeah.
So I guess that's out of the question for you then, right?
I don't even know, bro.
Well, hold on, man. I won't do that to you. Don't worry.
I don't know what'll help.
Seth's got the old going on right now.
I told you I was feeling ill like the past couple days because of that coffee.
Dude, I'm telling you, it ain't that. It was just something going around because I was the same way. Just tired as hell. Kind of feel like you've been punched in the gut a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a thing that's going around. You'll be out getting over it tomorrow.
You'll be in tip-top shape. Just too late.
Because I didn't even really want to eat or nothing, man. Even though I was starving to death, I was just like, yeah, man.
Just doesn't sound good.
That's what I was talking
Just-
about
yeah.
when you got here, because my house was in shambles, man. I'd just done the dishes earlier. I think I had every dish I own dirty.
That's something I need to do.
Because I
too.
usually do my chores on Sundays, you know what I mean? And I was sick as, I want to say sick as shit. I was just in bed, just not feeling good. Like
you guys
are.
went out. You tried to go eat. I don't know if you did end up going and eating. But I went and mowed that lawn.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went.
Yeah.
I was telling you, we went to the restaurant and it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
closed, so we went down there to the Country Cone.
Oh, okay.
I got
see
a
it.
pork
I didn't know
sandwich.
that
She
part.
got a corn dog.
And I mowed, and I haven't ate.
I wanted to mow my
That's
grass.
what's wrong with me.
Oh, I got
Very
some
well
more.
might
Why
be
didn't
it.
you say something? I had some more of them things
I didn't
made
start feeling
yesterday.
it until just now.
He's like, oh, that'll
Yeah,
do it every time.
That's what it is, bro. It's cool. Don't worry, guys. Unless I pass out, don't panic.
And then don't even panic. We're gonna laugh at him and throw a kielbasa down his throat.
Put the green screen
Or
card
a
on my head.
sausage, whatever the hell you call it.
Kielbasa?
Well, nah, it's not even a kielbasa. It's them what you call
Shish kebab?
No, little bratwurst thing.
A glizzy?
I don't know. It's an
Glizzy.
Oscar Mayer and it's got cheese in it and they come in a pack like hot
Like
dogs.
Johnsonville's.
Yeah, basically. But they're Oscar Mayer instead of Johnsonville.
Well, glizzies, I mean, that's kind of...
What's a glizzy? I don't even know what the...
It's like...
It's a
I
hot
don't even...
dog.
It's
It's a
literally
hot
just
dog.
a hot dog, but it's a whole thing.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
a whole
I
subculture.
guess I'm unfamiliar with it.
I don't even know how it started. All I know is
It was
it's
like
a
an
thing.
internet meme or something.
I'm not
It
a
stupid.
literally-
big
yeah.
like sausage or kielbasa or bratwurst.
When you eat a
I
hot
do like
dog-
them once, couple times a year.
If it's like really good, you say it's a glizzy.
Oh,
So when we go get a coney, I think you can classify that as a glizzy, right?
glizzy.
I have no clue.
I would. Chat, let us know. Let us know.
Now, speaking of, what do you put on your hot dog?
I put cheese on my hot dog.
Indeed,
That's it.
no mustard.
Nope. No
Because
ketchup.
a lot
no
of
relish.
a lot of
I might do some chili and some onions.
right.
Why
So
no
here's
ketchup,
the
no
thing.
mustard?
I just don't.
Do
man.
you know?
I don't like condiments.
I used to do ketchup.
I also don't do vinegar. I hate
That's
vinegar.
disgusting.
Vinegar.
Why you do that on? Why would you ruin French fries with vinegar? I have no idea, or
What?
anything else for that matter.
If you like vinegar
Y'all
on your
out your
French
mind.
fries, that's fine.
You're out. Your
It's
But-
not fine. Don't listen to it. It's disgusting.
I just don't
What about
do it
fair,
on mine.
fair fries?
No.
Like doused in
Just
no.
just the grease. Just the
I
grease.
agree with him on that one.
Tisk. That's one of my favorites. Fair
Like,
fries.
I love fair
But
fries.
here's
Like
the-
nobody hates fair
Here's the
fries.
thing.
I
what
told you
was
I'm the
gonna
most
say
unhealthy eater
about
there
goddamn
is.
hot dogs. So
You're
the
definitely
real way to
hungry.
eat a hot dog is you can put all that stuff on it, but truly it's the mustard. You're not supposed to eat a hot dog with ketchup.
It's supposed to be mustard.
The real way is the mustard. Like when you go,
Yeah.
the dudes that invented the hot dogs, it was just a dog with some mustard on it, and I think some onions. now and again.
But why? I mean, red dye, red tomato.
Well, it's because
It was just the way they ate it.
Yeah, it's just that's
That's
a true dog.
tradition.
That's a true dog.
That's the hot
And they
dog.
say,
The more you know.
if you go out up there at Fenway Park and shit, and you put ketchup on a hot dog, they look at you like you're nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anybody that follows MLB sports baseball.
That makes
Chicago,
a lot of sense
there's a
about it.
Chicago dog.
Right,
There's a New York dog.
Exactly. Same
There's
with
a
the
balls,
pizza.
wieners, and buns hot dog. There's all kinds of different.
But the main
hot
ingredients
dogs.
is mustard, and that's it.
Mustard's supposed to be like a base on
Right.
a hot dog. Like anything that you make with a hot dog
It's like the
is
trademark. of it,
supposed
yeah.
to have mustard.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's wild.
I don't do anything. I don't do any condiments.
You know, for the longest time, I did not do any mustard at all. I just
Ketchup.
Jerry,
did
yeah.
I'm
ketchup.
back, boys. So are we. We just got back too from the
mustard,
break.
never ketchup. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't
And
like mustard.
I used to eat it like that, and then I watched this one documentary where they was talking about it, and I was like, well, damn. So
I
went
eat
ahead.
it all, man.
I
I
went ahead.
find stuff in the
You know,
fridge.
I
What is
was-
this?
Have you ever had a peanut butter and jelly hot dog?
No,
Oh man.
I can't. Oh, that. Oh.
Okay, so in downtown Canton, shout out to some locals because they do make some really good hot dogs. There's two different stores. One is a mobile cart, Balls, Wieners, and Buns. He's a really, really good chef. And
Where's
he's
he at?
He has a mobile cart.
I
He
mean,
sets,
normally, where would you find him at?
northeast side over by like 17th.
Like downtown Canton.
Like yeah, it's local. He's a local.
Probably First Fridays.
Actually no.
17th and
Oh.
what? Market?
No, like
Cleveland?
Harrison. Yeah. He's over on the northeast side. Anyways, shout out to Balls, Wieners, and Buns.
Sweet.
He's a really good guy.
I'm in the
The
northeast, I
second
still
one
don't know him.
is really downtown. Is Milestone. It's
Hey.
a board game shop. Nick, who owns that, phenomenal guy. He's really cool. He's a nerd like me. Plays video games, more board game strategy games, and they've got a huge collection where you can go in and just rent a board game, just hang out and play games.
No,
And
wait a
drink.
minute. I missed. Where's this at? Because I was still
This
trying
is
This is in downtown
Milestone.
Canton.
It's
I'm
on
still trying to figure out 17th and what?
17th and Harrison, northeast.
I don't
It's-
know roads.
It's okay.
That's my problem.
I'm
Like
trying to-
I was a truck driver, but I don't know roads.
You might be able to find him on Cherry between like 7th and 9th. You might be able to find him over there too. That's Balls, Wieners, and Buns. Milestone is between 3rd and 4th on Cleveland Avenue in downtown Canton. They're
I think I've
the
seen
board
them.
game. They're the board game store. They got a board game shop down there. Not to be confused with like Freedom Hobby and Gaming or Better Plays Games and Stowe. Like there's a bunch of really cool board game shops.
They do the same
40K.
thing,
There's a lot of board game stores and like
like with the
subculture.
drinking, like bar type
It's not
mixture.
No, that's
Oh.
Milestone specifically. Milestone has their own
Yeah.
craft beer line that they have brought in, and they rent out board games. You can host parties there and rent out back rooms to play D&D.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole thing. It's a
Yeah,
really
it's
good
cool.
spot. Yeah.
Shout out Milestone again.
Milestone's
they're-
really
they're
cool.
Dope. You haven't been there, man. You need to go there. I was telling you and
Yeah.
Otto about that.
Same
we were
with,
there.
like-
It's right across from George's, isn't
that
it?
Yeah,
where it's at?
yeah, exactly.
I
Right
was
across the
gonna
street
say,
from
that's why I
George's.
thought I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally right there. Yeah.
And then you've got George's, you've got the Oracle, you've got Arcadia Grill that's over by the Plaza
If you always
in
want to
downtown
find
Canton.
local
If
good
you guys-
music, George's.
Yeah. Tuesday
George.
nights are really hot for local music scene.
It's free.
And it's just
Can't
a good
be the
time. Yeah,
Northeast.
come on down.
The
all the
Oracle
time.
charges like every time they have something
even
music.
still going to Oracle, like they still have a really nice lineup.
They do.
I like
Yeah.
what Josh has done with that place. Like
Yeah.
he does great. Like the music scene is still live. It's just not what everybody wants, and it's hard to make everybody happy with the music scene.
Well, the Oracle's
More people
wonderful.
need to come out.
The only thing I was saying is like when they actually have a show and they have $20 at the door, and then you get like checked at the door.
Yep.
It's like, what? Who even is this? Like, I don't know who's coming through, but it's not my local. Like, I know
Sure.
most of the locals.
Even then, support your locals. Support
Yeah,
those that
support
come
the
to
local,
the
yeah.
to.
You
All
have to be
Circles
talking
Media.
about the Southwest because 17th does not cross Harrison in the Northeast.
Regent down to the roundabout.
Circle.
Put it up on
Harrisburg.
your phone.
Harrisburg.
Oh,
Harrisburg.
dude, I'm
17th.
way up there going,
Harrisburg
wait a minute.
is 17th.
This motherfucker.
You're right. You're right on Harrison Southwest.
It was driving me
You're right
fucking
on
nuts, dude. I've been
yeah.
out of the whole conversation because my brain's been trying to figure out why.
That's my bad. That's my bad. I'll admit that.
Now I'm
So,
with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
You're
Gotcha.
right on Harrison Southwest.
Gotcha.
Harrisburg Northeast and 17th. That was my mix-up. Harrisburg. I was thinking Southwest side. It's a big,
totally
kind of
with
big
you
city,
now.
but like lots of areas. Yeah, Harrisburg and 17th for balls, wieners, and buns. Back to hot dogs.
Gotcha.
The glizzies.
Oh, we got going on there.
Mustard, never ketchup.
Well, it looks like I'm
Shout
still there. I
out
hate seeing
to
that,
Hot
whatever
Dog.
that is. I don't like that.
Pause. Use
What?
a.
Oh,
key
you're talking about the
something?
chat thing? The crowns.
Well,
That
if we
crowns
go
thing
out,
is
guys,
new. It literally started like last
It's an
week
internet
with
error.
YouTube.
It's not us.
Oh, all right. Well,
But I've seen that before. We're still there because I'm looking at it right here.
I don't think
so
it's an error. I think YouTube added that. I think that's a YouTube feature.
Please use what?
I don't know.
A key.
you would have to.
Yeah,
click on
don't.
to
It'll
open
go
details.
away eventually, so don't worry about it.
Yeah,
What are you? I
Anyways.
don't know what you're looking at.
that yellow bar on the screen.
Error.
Well, because
Error.
whenever that would do that on a laptop, our stream would be gone.
What are some of your guys' favorite movies?
Well, I'm definitely still alive. I'm looking all up
Yeah,
in
that's
it
what I
right
said.
now.
Well, I tell you, are you talking about old school or just in general, or new school or any?
All of them. What's your
Because,
favorite movie?
I mean, I
haven't
got a
seen-
lot, but I don't know why I always go back to this. Of course, you know, when I was a kid, Star Wars and freaking Jaws and shit like that. But
Yeah.
one that I thought was crafty as hell that really blew me away that I was not expecting, and it was like was Dusk Till Dawn. Did you ever watch that one?
Yeah.
I don't know
Man.
why, but
That's a good
I
one.
just love that movie, man. It was just like, wow. And
Yeah.
I'm not even a big vampire person, but the way that movie, man, that is wow. I was like, holy
It's something
shit.
different, for sure.
I mean, it ain't like no epic movie or nothing, but, you know, I don't know. Like,
I was always never allowed to watch that movie
Spaceballs.
as a kid, and then when I finally got to
They're
Watch
watch
making
it,
they're
Bandit.
making another one.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
my
Spaceballs
expectations were just let down from like what I was expecting. I was expecting like, oh, I can't watch this. It's gonna be. No, it wasn't that. It was a movie.
What,
and
what
I-
was your
Smoking the
expectation?
Bandit was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably like
Clockwork
the faster
Orange.
type.
That's a damn
movies.
good one. Gotta say. That one kind of freaked me out because when it came out, I was still kind of young and didn't
Yeah.
understand what the whole concept of that movie
Yeah.
was until I got an adult and rewatched it and was like, oh, whoa, that's crazy.
Have you ever watched a Clockwork Orange?
No.
Yeah, it's a wild flick, bro.
It's a crazy film. It's a good film.
Mhm,
Clockwork
it sure
Orange.
is.
Who stars in it?
It's a British kind of a
Yeah,
thing.
I don't even
can't
remember.
remember.
Like Monty
dude.
Python?
You'll
or like-
No.
recognize the main character. He's in a bunch of shit.
There's a
He's-
lot of reference to a Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange. I'm trying to remember that. Speedball Belushi.
Speedball Belushi.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
a
band.
band.
Oh, that,
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking music earlier.
Oh.
And we were talking about like our craziest mosh pit moments.
Yeah.
And I had two specifically. My first craziest was probably my first experience going to an Ozfest, like we were mentioning earlier.
that was probably one of mine too. Probably
Yeah.
the same show.
I think it was either 99 or 2003. Like it's somewhere in that era. Like I was a kid. I'd never experienced a live big show like that.
Like, holy shit.
And then my second show after that was a local band at a local show for a band called The Most Beautiful Losers.
Oh, yeah. I know
Like
them.
their shout out to them, they're local legends. But like
They had mosh pits going, you know.
they
something's
still
going
had
right.
whiskey rock shows, and they can get pretty rager sometime. My second craziest one was Speedball Belushi. A group of friends of mine and a woman I was dating at the time, and drove down and met up with a band called Pardon the Language, not the name of the band, prefacing Pardon the Language. The Goddamn Gallows was the name of the band, and they play like a weird folk rock that's kind of like reminiscent of Irish folk and American folk. Like it blends the
pretty wild.
instruments in a really weird way. I went down to go see that show originally, but it was a festival, and I was there for 3 days.
Yeah.
It was Muddy Roots 2023.
Oh, okay.
And
So like some southern vibes.
it was some very different stuff. There was several bands that played there. They were all really good. Look up the album whenever anybody gets a chance. The roster call if you can. It was great. Speedball Belushi played there, and that was probably my second craziest pit that I've ever been in. It was huge. They threw LaCroix cans, like cracked them open, smashed them, threw them out into the crowd and shit.
Damn.
Like got us all wet and shit. Are you a fan of Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh,
I
yeah, I
used to
know
watch
of
that.
it, yeah.
So the Nightcrawlers skit,
Well, I don't remember if I remember
Where,
that. It's been a
uh,
while, I'll tell you.
there's a certain scene where
I guess if not,
Frank?
I remember it.
where Frank, played by Danny DeVito, gets on the floor and starts crawling and rolling around in a ball. And Speedball Belushi was like, all right, guys, it's time, and had hundreds of people do this.
Oh, my God.
It was insane. It was the craziest thing I've ever been a part of, as scared as I was.
If you ain't doing it, you're gonna join them soon.
Yeah, they're gonna get you one way or another. It's gonna happen. It was crazy. It was a great show, though. It was a great festival.
What these people can
Muddy
make
Roots
people
in
do,
Tennessee.
man. Like, lift this arm, okay. Lift that arm, okay. You know, like
Yeah, and
rub your
everybody's just
belly.
like willing to do it. Like
Man.
everybody's like, yeah, sure, whatever you say. You're
I
on
was about
stage.
to refill
Yeah.
my coffee and use the mic, but it looks like that one there died. Dead a bitch.
I'm actually pretty new to
I'm
the
about to
whole
fill my
live
coffee
shows
during
scene. It's only
Yeah.
been about 2
Yeah.
years for me that I've really been in it. I've always done music. I've done music for like over 10 years probably, but like hip hop and rap and poetry.
Yeah.
And I just started performing like 2 years ago, and
Okay.
I've been in the music community, the rap music community,
Nice.
and how polluted it is with the drama, basically just drama, basically. But it affects business
Sure.
so
yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah.
And I've gotten from group to group to group to group to group till I got here in 2 years. And it's like, oh my goodness.
Here's what I've noticed about it is everybody in Canton wants to be a rapper, and they all think they can rap, and they all think they got some kind of badass studio, and there's only about 2% out of that is actually, in my opinion.
I don't know. The reason I started talking about live shows is because, like I said, I was talking about social anxiety. Social anxiety makes me like, when I go to an event, I don't want to be there. I want to leave. Like, I want to go home, and I know I have to go up on that stage and perform. Was the hardest barrier for me to been able to break.
That's weird.
In that past 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've still
it's
definitely not
weird.
done it.
It's just for me it is because I don't know. I've never had that.
Well, you know,
I've had butterflies and freaked out right before I go on the first few shows.
Sure,
of that,
yeah.
it's
I'm
the most
completely over
important
that.
job as an artist to be people friendly.
To be out in the public.
Right.
Yeah,
to
man.
be
Oh,
Well,
approachable.
you know what? I don't like
Yeah,
that either. To be
yeah.
honest with you,
As
I
an
don't
artist,
I don't like
I get
shaking
it.
people's hands. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't like touching motherfuckers.
Man.
I don't, dude. Trust me.
Oh,
That's why
like, what are you
everybody-
doing? Handshake or fist
when
bump?
when we're doing shows and everybody, no, I always try to fist bump because
Me too.
I'm real fun. Like, dude,
Some
did you
people just stand there.
You probably
Yeah.
just took a shit and wiped your ass and didn't wash your hands, dude.
You
You want
drunk
to
as a
shake
skunk.
mine.
Some
Yeah,
of them.
right.
Some of them.
You know, you don't know where their hands has been or what they've been doing, and
I will
It's
say.
a
the
lot of
reason why
people
they
are
make
nasty,
Purell.
man. You know what I mean?
I will say I haven't been to like where it's
You know-
higher paid level, except for very
Dur-
few times.
You know, are you serious?
I'm not high paid either.
During this
I mean,
virus
it's a low
thing that we
performance
actually had to tell
budget
people
performance. That's low budget
to
performance.
wash their hands.
Yeah, wash your hands.
I mean, really, we had to tell you people that? Hey,
Well, no.
man, you
No,
don't want to
like-
spread this thing. Wash your hands.
I'm-
Wow, what a concept!
I'm. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'll be guilty out there smoking on the blunt that everybody's passing around. I'm like, I don't know what's in there.
I'm gonna build a neon sign that says "Wash your hands" and hang it in my tattoo parlor.
I believe it, man.
Like I
you know,
already,
being there,
I
you know
already
exactly
what I'm
planned
talking
on
about,
having
man.
that sign. Like I've just gotta get the materials now.
It's like,
People have to have a sign.
Yeah, yeah.
all right,
Here's
so,
your sign.
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Larry the Cable Guy.
Right. So
My name's
that was
Mater.
the other one. Round or flat Earth,
Round.
of course. Thank
Yeah,
you.
smart. Like intelligence.
Yeah, I mean,
orbs.
I've had people on here that's
Yeah, like weather
our
change
buddy K
and-
P Malone, he's like, nah, man, you're crazy. And then I had my one buddy John. He came on as a guest, dude. He
Like,
come
there's-
up with
there's
a
a certain-
notebook like, boom, here's this, here's that, and I was like, holy shit.
Now, if you want to talk about like Earth shapes, like inner Earth.
No, all I'm talking about is they're trying to say we live on a pizza, and I say bullshit.
Yeah, he's
no,
just
no,
talking
no.
flat versus
You know, I'm
round.
just basic.
No,
I'm not.
I was thinking like King Kong and Godzilla,
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
kind of
I
theory.
mean,
thing.
I'm not. Now I'm open
Like-
to that too, though.
Yeah, like
Dimensions.
it's not
Because here's the
dimension, but kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm open to that. But here's the thing about that, though. That the flat earthers don't seem to grasp the concept of how fucking big our planet is.
Oh, it's massive.
They don't really
Yeah,
get it.
so-
They're like,
Hey.
I don't understand why if we're spinning at 1,200 miles an hour, how can we hang on? Yeah, we're spinning at 1,200 miles an hour, but the fucking Earth is so big it takes 24 hours to spin once, one time,
He gets so heated about it
because it's so fucking dumb.
Well, it's science.
Simple,
It's-
exactly.
it's-
Simple science tells you, man. And they're like, oh, they're fucking lying. It's NASA. Oh, okay. 2
Well-
plus 2 is equal to 4, and that's NASA lying to me, huh?
Neil deGrasse
Jesus.
Tyson, who's arguably one of the most influential astronomers and scientists of our time, that's like in the public face, has shown that there are laws in which man has to live by. Newton's law of gravity.
Right.
Like it is
And
a
it's
law.
universal.
It's
For the whole
universal.
fucking
It's
unit,
not
you know what I
just here on Earth. It's in Mars. It's in Neptune. It's in Saturn. It's in the Sun. It's in every star you see at night. Like there is such a thing.
Oh, that's all
as-
fake.
Oh, okay. Okay. NASA moon landings
It
and
is.
shit.
They're like, oh, that's just projected images that NASA put on the firmament. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And that's one
Have
of
you
the
ever
things.
been to space?
Right.
No, but like we have enough science to
Katy
show
Perry
space.
has.
Yeah, right.
What
You know,
the
I'm
heck?
like, dude, if we lived on a freaking flat planet, You couldn't go down to Australia, look up in the sky, and see a different set of stars spinning in the opposite direction. Yep. You can't go down to Antarctica where they say you can't go, which you can go. I even showed, dude, you can go get a fucking job there. You know what I mean? Like, dude, look, you can go there.
It's usually a government job or an international contract job.
They're like, well, you can't do this and you can't do that. And I'm like, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
You also have to be like some kind of research
scientist. You can't go down there willy-nilly do what you want to do. You have to get permission to do anything down there. But you can go down there and do it.
Do your research.
Find a non-related question.
You can't. You can go down there in the last week of December and the first week of January, and you can watch a 24-hour sun for that 2 weeks or whatever. You can't do that on a flat Earth.
I'll be blind.
You can get on a yacht. You can get on, because they say there's no such thing as Antarctica. It's an ice wall.
Oh no, they actually can get there.
You can get on a yacht and go down there once a year. They have a race that races around this goddamn thing, and you can get you a yacht, or you can go with some of these bitches and race around that bitch with them. So until you can prove otherwise, to me, you have no case.
Shout out KP.
Yeah, you squirrel.
Because that's the one that's beefing with him on Facebook about this. He's like, it's flat, bro. I think he's just doing it to get your feathers ruffled up.
But it don't ruffle. I guess it does ruffle my feathers because I'm all loud.
How big of a telescope? I just don't understand
how somebody can be that fucking dumb when the science shows otherwise.
How big of a telescope? Like real life. If I go a millionaire, go out, I want to buy a telescope to see the space station, the flag that was planted
I got one
there.
in the fucking closet that you can see the space station. I can get my binoculars and you can see the space station, bro.
I would love to see that.
But you got to be quick because you couldn't do a telescope because it goes by so fast. It goes.
Yeah, so
it gets it, man. You couldn't. You'd have to have.
I would have to Google the actual numbers, but like the space station, in our perspective, is in a standpoint still. And travels according to our speed across the sky at like.
It gets it. I've seen it.
Because it's moving.
200.
You can't see it, but when you're that zoomed in,
like
you can.
No, you can't see it with your naked eye. It's a light.
Yeah, it's a light. It blinks. It'll go across the sky, but it's moving so fast to our perspective that it's moving.
It gets it, man.
The flag on the moon.
It only takes about.
I'm talking
45
about the moon.
seconds to a minute for it to go horizon to horizon in your eyes.
I'm talking about the moon. I'm talking about
the space station.
Stuff on the moon. There should be a station on the moon.
No, there's not. There's just the stupid.
They never established a camp?
No, so as far as we know, as the general public,
it's just a flag?
And a rover and a couple other things.
There have been two confirmed landings on the moon. I think they went for a third and that failed. Shout out to Challenger, like 13.
All right, you want to know? You want to know?
Anyways, so like
this is interesting.
There's the moon, and there have been at least one flag, as far as we know, planted on the moon.
Yeah,
maybe 2 or 3.
There have been 6 crew moon landings. I was going to say it. I thought there were from 69 to 72.
Right.
I was going to say, I thought there was quite a few of them. They did a bunch of shit up there, man.
That's not a lot. That's
still.
It is, though.
It is for, like, the record.
Right.
Yeah,
but
especially for back then, you know what I mean? When it was all,
we haven't traveled to the moon since 72.
We started talking about
whatever that last date
72.
was. 72. So, like, we don't know what the condition of the moon is. As far as I know, like, I can't confirm that, but
well, they
I'm just a Joe Schmo,
right?
I'm gonna have to look into this because that is like wild to me. So, is there a flag up there, or is there anything you can see? Can you see that with a telescope?
They said
probably
I don't know,
not. If there was
bleached out, according to what I understand now. It's
you have to go to a professional establishment to see it.
Probably one of them big boys.
Okay, well that deepens the theory about like what is
how much money you'd
not.
have to go and spend to go and see it,
or what you get tricked into believing is actually there.
No, you know
There's
what?
a certain point of our history.
Big badass telescopes that if you was rich and
observatories.
That's what I'm asking
I'm not
about.
even them ones. They got them really nice ones that person. I mean, they're badass, dude. They track and all that. You could probably see that stuff
That would be interesting to see to me, just because, personal beliefs. But
and supposedly they put reflectors on there that they bounce lasers off. That's how they know that the moon's moving away from us like 2 inches a year or whatever the hell it is.
I have an open belief
I haven't
system.
heard that theory.
Yeah.
I believe that there could be many possibilities.
And you don't think about 2 inches a year, but then you go 30
Look at the
years,
waves.
and it affects the wave. So in 30 years, if it moves 2 inches in 30 years, that's pretty far for something that big to affect gravity to do what it does.
I mean,
Is
yeah.
that maybe why we're getting all these tidal waves and crazy storms and all that shit now?
So suddenly,
moving on now.
it's part of CERN.
Mother
It's fake.
Nature wants
It's
the
part
world.
You know the
CERN.
moon's made out of green cheese. You know that, right? So have you ever seen any UFOs?
Monday cheese.
Any crazy shit in the air?
Man,
We was talking about
I wouldn't say I've seen any UFOs as far as from space, but I have seen some weird stuff here on Earth. Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
Do you think it was possibly our government somethings or something's possibly?
I would say more spectral in a lot of ways.
I was going to say some kind of biological entity, shall I say? Because they're saying now that these orbs that these people are seeing now,
Okay.
that in the sky and these other weird things are actually some sort of biological creatures that's been around before us.
Oh, that's very
They're
interesting.
actually
I've
living
never heard
in-
that.
And there's these things that they feed off of in the atmosphere and all this weird shit. I seen something like that. It's been a while back, but I was like, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Going back to I furthest dating back era of cinema and myth and mythology. You look at the serpents of the ocean, the giant octopuses,
The
the
Kraken.
kaiju, the
Leviathan.
Kraken, the Leviathan, Godzilla,
Elements,
King Kong,
creatures,
things
yeah.
like that, like the primate and
Mythic.
and going back to the lore of humans and the lore of man and all these different stories and things kind of add up and collect into not just myths, not just legends, but possible fact.
Well, see, I've always said that.
Dinosaurs.
Here's my theory.
Science.
I've always said that, the Greek mythology, I think there's a bit of truth to that. You know what I mean? They had half dudes, half horses, and they was doing all this weird shit. And then there's all these, Hercules and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
When they talk about in the Bible the
really cool.
Nephilim, the men of renown and shit would be like Hercules, these
Sure,
strong
yeah.
dudes that was able to do shit, and then them guys
The
was doing all this
tried and
DNA
true.
shit, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, we got to get rid of all this floods. And I was just in a conversation wasn't we talking about the dinosaurs, and I seriously think that we walked with the dinosaurs. They wasn't as far billions of years old and all that shit. However old the flood was, it was right before the flood that we rode the plant-eating dinosaurs. We used just like we do cattle, horses,
Sure.
and all that other shit.
Yeah.
We tamed them
Yeah.
and used them. I 100% believe that. I've seen
Yeah,
shit
that-
where they
that
got
goes-
footprints, right, human footprints right beside dinosaur
that
footprints.
predates a lot of
There's drawings
different.
on caves where they got humans riding
Yeah,
them and all that shit.
predates
Man, get
a lot
outta here.
of that predates a lot of different cultural idealisms
And
with
also, I was telling
dealing-
somebody,
Go ahead.
me and Otto was in the conversation about, evolution.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't buy that for a second. I don't buy for a second that a fish crawled out of the water and then all this other shit happened. No, I think evolution happens. An example to me of evolution is these dogs was put on this island. There was rabbits and whatever else there.
And they morphed over hundreds of years.
Well, no. It was a small island, and it was and the dogs within 20 years bred and shit and took over. Within 19 years, they devoured all the food that they could have on this island. They had to go in the water and start swimming, Well, they did the food. It only took a few years for them to eat all the food. So then they had to go the water, and within 19 years they had webbed feet. The dogs did. So they could swim
that's
down.
evolution.
That's evolution.
Adaption.
Sure, but
To
we
your
haven't found
environment.
any species.
But what I'm saying is what he was getting ready to say. There's no evolution. There's nothing in the fossil record that shows this. Because why? Because there's only a spot of fossil record. There's nothing before it, nothing after it. Where they find all these fossils is where something went and put them all in the dirt all at once.
Within the lava plates, like the crust of the earth.
There's nothing before the dinosaur bones, and there's nothing after it. Because you don't find bones. They don't just lay there and fossilize. They had to be instantly covered up, and boom.
Oh, like
bones don't lay in the woods. Have you ever went in the woods and found deer bones? No. Have you found bear bones? Any bones? You might get lucky sometimes. But I watched a documentary. They put a deer in the woods. In 7 days, it was gone. The whole entire deer.
I mean,
between the animals eating the meat, and then maggots eating everything else, and then all the squirrels and chipmunks eat all the bones for all the bone marrow. So there's nothing left. So there's no way for all these other animals to have had.
You're saying because the flood covered it and sealed it.
Right now, boom, instantly.
Yeah.
Because they got fossils.
According to the biblical sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's that's what I'm saying is there's actually kind of
that's the reset.
Proof of it.
That's the reset.
Sure, that also gives.
But it's only in one layer. There's nothing before it, nothing after it.
That also gives.
I believe in dimensions.
Sure. I think there is.
That's what I think. I think we maybe exist in one, or maybe we exist in infinite. You know, if magic exists, everything's out the window. You know, that's like where my perimeter comes into play. But like, it's sickening to think about how humanity has used magic if magic exists. That's all.
It does.
That's all it is for me.
I mean, even if it's a card trick that they call magic, you're pulling an illusion off, and you're getting this response off of somebody. You know
that's
what I'm
control.
saying?
It's control.
Exactly.
That's the hidden knowledge. It's everything. But also, that's part of the game. Like, that's the part of the game that you play forever because you're trapped in this book, and the book happens to be written in all kind of different ways, like a life written out of what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, how you live, what happens in your life. Mm-hmm. Biblical events are political events. Like, what? There's corruption.
Well, try reading another book.
But it's still, there's a fine line.
The thing of it is most of the accounts in the Bible can be backed up.
Well, it's not
with
just
historical events and land, places, and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and
has man written
there's
in
a
there
fine
and
line
it?
of what is
he
truth
has.
and what is not. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that 100%.
This is why I always tell everybody. That's why because everybody's all on the Old Testament and all that shit. Well, after Jesus came, everything changed. You know what I mean? We don't have to slaughter animals no more and do all that weird shit they did pre-Jesus. You know, the Jewish, what people most people don't even get is there was no such thing as Christianity till Jesus came. It was a Jewish religion. And that's why they did all that weird shit.
What if it was all...
So now you got Jesus.
No,
so
go ahead. Finish.
What if it was all backwards? What if sacrifice was to mean to save?
All I'm saying is, whatever you take out of it, it all doesn't matter since when Jesus came, because you can twist whatever the Bible says, right? You can twist them words and you can manipulate it or whatever, but you cannot manipulate Jesus, dude. That is the whole. Of course not. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, that's What'd you say?
I missed at the end of the story, no matter what it is, you can't manipulate that, and that's the whole situation. You can't, you know what I mean? Dude was here. Shit, he's even written about in other books other than the Bible. He did crazy shit. People witnessed it. That's all I can say. Believe what you want to believe.
If it was written backwards,
what if we go before the date of Jesus Christ?
What, then you're talking about the Jewish religion, the God of Abraham.
Well,
you can
and then the other ones.
Yeah, you can go further behind, not just Judaism, but all 13 tribes
Right.
of Israel
Uh-huh.
on the planet. Because you also have to go and put into consideration that Hispanic culture, the Mayan culture,
Yeah.
could have been just as old, if not
A fine
as
line of truth between all of them.
significant
Yeah.
between Egyptian or the Chinese. And
Well,
the
that's
Mao
the thing
and-
is
and
most
so many other
religions are
cultures.
basically
It's written.
funnel down to the same path.
It's written
basically, you
by
know what I mean?
some kind of peers that is respected,
Sure.
and it's followed. And even in the Bible itself, government exists,
Right.
and it's a reason for people to be controlled. And I think if you were to try to take away any kind of religious scripture, it would be the proof that God does exist. I think that's the only reason it does exist still. The government is forced to keep it around. Certain bits of truth. But I think it has
Well,
definitely
not
been
only
corrupted.
that, I mean, the statement that put the fear of God in somebody.
Well, they got to control people as a mass. I mean,
If there were,
continents.
think
So-
about
so
if
you-
there wasn't that.
So you're saying that like the government imposes religion on its people, even though the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, as a populace, is the freedom to praise whoever you want.
I
freedom
mean,
of speech,
yeah, I
and
absolutely believe
freedom
that.
of
I think the churches
congregation,
are
like,
super
or-
corrupted. The government got
Okay.
involved with the
Sure,
churches.
sure. I'm not disregarding or disagreeing with you about the whole like organized religion debate.
Yeah,
but
and
like,
how they have preached
the
things and what
idea
is.
of having faith and having a spiritual relation or believing in something higher than yourself
No, only
is not
only certain bits. You need bits to survive.
Sure.
So you have to keep a whole lot in there, obviously. But the parts that tell you of how to be a better, closer being with God Himself.
Sure,
The
or
parts
just to
that
be a
keep
better
you
person.
away from that like feeling, that moral aspect.
Well, like I was taught growing up in a heavy religious household.
Me too.
So like growing up, I was raised part of the church and then became my own person, found faith in religion in my own way.
Right.
And I
Which
still
should be the way
pray,
you do it.
and I pray my own way. Like there's nothing wrong to go in and just bow your head and say a prayer to yourself.
Always
you
be
don't even
grateful.
have to say it out loud.
Right.
You can just say it to yourself. It can be part of your meditation. You can literally just go and say your own prayer. And it's just for yourself or whoever you want to pray for. It's part of your human.
I always say that it's
routine.
personal between you and
who
whoever it
you
is.
believe in.
My song
Exactly.
that we chose to go on the radio
It ain't
was
nobody
thankful.
else gonna. Whatever they say or do, it doesn't matter because it's between you and your maker. Period.
Yep. 100%.
Period.
100% agree.
And if you
Sorry.
can't get that out of it, then you're looking at it all the wrong way.
Yeah.
Really.
You got to be at peace
I've been
with
down
yourself.
that road. It was.
Right.
It's a long road.
I think in order to
But
climb,
like what I was gonna say is, in the Bible, if you believe that, then Jesus is God. Jesus is God in the human form. Right.
In a possible
everything
way. Yeah.
is God.
That was. So
Everything
he
is
can
God.
Experience the human experience.
You're God. I'm God. Everything is God. God
True.
is
I believe
everything.
that. I think we're all part of all of it.
Every little particle, every atom that they somehow found on a microscope. Yeah, it's definitely involved. It's a network. We are souls, and we each have our own knowledge that, if connected right, could ascend somehow. But separation is goal. It's goal. Keep them separated. There's a reason that you're not supposed to be together. Hell, they developed phones. They put it in our pocket. Hey, stay away from that guy. You can talk to him on a text, but stay away from him. That's truth. What they've put in the media, it's all lies. That's truth. Everything they have ever done for the government was to hide another thing. And they want to say, oh, we'll release this, but maybe they're holding back all this. It's obvious that's been corrupted. But the question is, how far?
Government's been corrupted since the beginning, but
How far? Every continent's government has been corrupted. So maybe a
We're the
spiritual
greatest
belief
corrupted country in the
in
world.
every continent, a spiritual belief was corrupted. So it all works on that because there is a world network, obviously. A lot of people who work together and control the whole world.
I would disagree. I'd like to disagree. Like,
From what
I
part?
think that mindset is very self-centered and nihilistic in a lot of ways.
I think they think they're doing the right thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that there is a line that somewhere across they read the
Sure.
blueprint wrong. I
Sure,
don't think
I'm
it's
gonna pass.
corrupting with everybody that's in the government.
Well, okay.
Absolutely not.
Like,
Not even the top
so
leads.
our postal workers that just deliver our mail that work for the federal government are just,
They're just people.
yeah, right.
Yeah, we're all
So,
people.
like, yeah.
So when you say
But-
what he's saying when you're saying government, you mean like high government or actually the black government?
When I say government, I mean the people in control of the government, not the government, the elites.
Sure.
That's what I'm
okay.
talking about.
So,
The people of
like,
the
they're
world.
going high level. Okay.
Yeah,
So, like,
the people who control the world.
do you also believe that they also control our religion and our faith and our meaning of life?
Yeah, I believe they have a part in everything that has been introduced because even the schools go through government. I mean, when you're homeschooled, you're brought up on the
Sure.
ideas that you learned from
Sure.
your
Well,
grandparents
that's-
that was governed.
That also depends
It
on the parents. and
Depends
the
on where it
upbringing.
comes
'Cause,
from,
like,
too.
Like I was brought up in a very traditional other household. Like I was brought up in the arts community in downtown where I was exposed to art and expressing yourself and being vocal and still politically active and religiously active, like in both aspects. Because like one of the biggest reasons why people left England was to go practice their own faith.
Religion, right?
Yeah,
So like it was written in as part of our First Amendment to be able to pray and preach in any way.
I mean, yeah, you could
choose.
do whatever way you
So, like,
want. Yeah,
So like to go and say that you can't or it's controlled by somebody else doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think he means controlled in that sense. I think he means that they basically feed you.
Feed you religion?
Kinda.
Feed you God? No,
In
I
a
don't believe that.
sense.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I believe
but
there's
people-
a God.
but
I believe you're in
he's-
touch with Him,
but
and I
you
believe there's
find
an
it on your
underlying
own,
truth
so-
to
Yeah,
everything.
it takes time to find
Right.
God on your own. Like
Yeah.
it's taken me years. Like,
You obviously you're
But-
born into
but-
something.
but I-
What
but
is
I
that?
think-
You have to be taught what that is. It's the knowledge that has stemmed down from. I mean, let's talk about a great reset. Where does the knowledge come from? Then it's a base.
Sure.
Somebody who developed math has the original equation to math. Somebody 3,000 years down the road does no longer have the same equation. Even
Sure.
if things were to add up, it would be
But-
different.
You got to remember they separated, religion from state.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I firmly believe that because I have all these people that, oh man, they should bring the Bible back in school. And I'm like, oh yeah, you think so? And they're like, yeah, that'd be the best thing. I said, so if you do that, that means...
I would like to go and introduce Taoism. I would like to introduce
Exactly, all of them.
Buddhism. I
All
would like
of
to
them.
introduce Muslim.
If you-
I would like to introduce Hindu.
you can't just-
I would like to introduce.
Thank you.
Sikhfari.
You can't do
I would
one.
like to
You have to
introduce,
do them all.
Yeah.
So when you go to school, your kid goes to school,
Polytheism.
they're going to learn all this shit.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I mean just Christian. No, it doesn't work like that.
It has to be all of them.
So that's why I say yes.
Satanism, even.
Keep it
Like,
out.
You want
Exactly.
to go
Exactly,
far
dude.
right field,
Yeah.
far left field. I don't also believe in like left versus right as far as like politics and in our political system and
Yeah, it's
how
all
we
bullshit.
do things. I don't want to fuck with it. I don't want to talk about it because
We're good.
it's
That's
not something I
separation.
don't. I'm separated.
That's
I'm
separation.
separated. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like
But,
with like religion as a whole and as an aspect of faith and humanity,
Knowing
to
of
be
God.
able to go
You
of
could-
knowing what God is and what
You
can
would-
be achieved with God is your own choice.
Yeah, you would know of God if you had nothing in your
yeah.
life at all since the moment you were born. Obviously.
Gary says, but the Christian thing worked for years. Yeah, but you got to understand, there wasn't as many diverse. The United States wasn't so diverse as it is in the last 20 years, man.
Sure. I still go
mean-
to church. I still go to church. Like,
And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to.
I'm not
down
every Sunday
nobody's
church, but-
religion. I'm just saying, if you're going to put one in schools, you got to put them all in
Yeah,
schools. So
yeah,
therefore,
100%.
I would say leave them out because that turns into a hassle.
Well,
Now
I think there should be a
you're there to learn, educate on school stuff. You go to church to learn and educate on church stuff. Period. I
I
don't
truly
know.
believe that
Unless you
there
go
should
to-
be a tridary school requirement to graduate into adulthood at this point.
I
Like we have in the United States, we have school K through 8. Then we have middle/high school, 6 through 8 into freshman through senior 9-12.
right.
But then we also have college, we have trade schools, we have military, we have workforce, we have all these other separations, in which I think there needs to be a couple of changes in just our human development as people.
So like more school.
More education,
More education.
on all things in phases.
I think
make-
economics was one of the most important
Yeah.
things that was really missed out on.
Yeah,
It's
100%. Like, make it a requirement to go in. Not a requirement's a hard word because a lot of people miss requirements, miss dates, things like that. Schedules, life, humans. Be it a requirement to educate yourself on a new topic every 3 years.
You
That
gotta
is
know the
supposed to
reason-
be positive for
Yeah.
yourself and others.
You got to know the reason that you're going for it too. You know, you got to like that's something that's got to be introduced. It's kind of like earning money for doing chores. You get the reward by doing the work.
Yep.
But this is how you do it.
You have to educate. You
Yeah.
have to educate. In order to teach the next generation, they have to be educated. In order for us to grow as people, we have
For
to.
sure.
I agree. A lot of aspects
And
were
as
missed from that.
communist as this sounds, I think once you get out of high school, you should be required to do a year or maybe even 2 years of some kind of military type deal to where you learn how to defend yourself, you learn how to eat off the land, so to say, and you should be able to throw yourself out in the middle of the woods and stay alive. And a couple other things like financial, like they used to teach us how to balance a checkbook when I was a kid. They don't do that shit
Yeah,
no more.
yeah.
You know
A lot
what I
of
mean?
things are
like different
criteria,
things
or-
that last 2 years, because like and not only out in the woods, but the whole respect elders, the whole respect yourself. You know what I mean? Like these kids don't give a
I think
shit no more, man.
I think it turns into more of like an
because their
apprenticeship.
parents. The what?
Into an apprenticeship. What we were talking about, like that,
Yeah.
the requirement of military service or
Yeah.
public service
Well,
is what I've always
Yeah.
thought of. You do something to give a positive to the community for an X amount of time to not just better yourself, but to better others.
Those
Right,
things are
right.
taught like
And-
Boy Scouts and stuff.
Yeah, I
It's
was raised in
optional.
scouting. It's optional to
It's
do.
not forced. It's optional. All that stuff is optional. But also, all that stuff costs money. And if you don't get in the right programs or know how, then that's also a barrier of knowledge.
See, a lot of these kids are
I
out
paid
there just
$2 a month. It cost me $2 a month to be part of Scouts.
Okay?
Parents,
You get
get your
in-
kids in the Scouts if you can.
if you can
Find
get
your
into the
local
paperwork and stuff.
BSA or Scouting America, look at Scouts.
But imagine like
get
the
them
people
into
around
just
here.
good programs.
Man,
Get them around other people.
Scoutorama's fun, yo.
A lot of people around here don't even know how to use a website. You know,
Sure.
let alone find that information. So it is a barrier and it's sad. But I was on the same thing. It was all discounted. I got to go to Camp Wakanda. I wasn't in Boy Scouts, but I got to go to camp.
Camp Wakanda.
Yeah.
I went to 7 ranges. I went to Tuskazor.
Lake Titicaca.
And then the one on Camp Baptist Temple, Camp Choff. I went there too.
Okay. I'm not familiar with those.
That one my buddy went to. That was the church we went to.
I went to Gettysburg. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
I went
Philly.
Spelunking. I went to down in New Philly. Yeah.
That's wild there. Isn't it?
Not Cuyahoga County. Guernsey County, further
Guernsey.
south.
Yeah.
More towards like West Virginia. 7 ranges. Yeah. I loved camping. Went down to Tennessee and went spelunking. $2 a month.
Now,
That's
our
what I
last
paid.
episode where we go camping down southern Ohio,
Yeah.
we got some Bigfoot footage.
You did that with Boy Scouts?
Audio.
That's cool.
Yeah, growing up, yeah.
Audio. We posted.
Yeah, we
they're
do.
Bigfoot down in like Cambridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear,
like
see, or anything?
Salt Fork
Oh,
Lakes?
that's the hot spot there.
I'm very familiar with.
He had some
with
pretty
Salt Fork.
convincing audio of some Sasquatch when you
Can I
compare it
see
to
some?
like the other professionals.
Can you see some?
I don't know if it's pulled up, but after
No,
this, yeah,
we-
you could. If you wanted to.
We got the show.
Yeah, the show is on YouTube. He did a whole show on that segment, and it's pretty cool because we have like an animated thing that comes in. It's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch.
Last week we did it, and then I went in and ripped just that section out and made it its own little video. Long story short, we took this recorder down that starts at 7 p.m. and shuts off at 7 a.m. and it was down there for 2 months. And I was just talking to my nephew earlier on the phone, not talking, but messaging, and he said he still got a fucking 1,000 hours of footage of that shit, dude, that he hasn't even been through yet because he just fucking
How long was
watches
the
it.
How long was the camping trip?
It wasn't a camping trip. We took a recorder down there and sat it in the woods for 2 months.
Oh shit.
And it turned
that's a
on
lot.
it turned on at 7 p.m. and went off at 7 a.m.
I think he said it was an old camping spot.
Yeah, we
That's
still
crazy.
go down there. Well, we haven't
Yeah,
lately,
yeah.
but yeah, we can still go down there. It's a great spot down in the. But
mean,
when we was down there when we was kids,
Yeah.
we was all
cold.
sleeping and all the adults was all fucked up, drunk, passed out, and I was young, didn't know, and this fucking thing hollered in the woods, and I guess it damn near made my brother piss his pants. And he really was traumatized by that
Oh,
motherfucker,
jeez.
dude. Like, for real. He said it yelled a couple times, and he was like, that motherfucker was right there. He goes, I don't know how all the rest of them didn't wake up. And then there's this, if you go on YouTube and punch in Ohio Howl, that very one, he goes, he said the very first time he heard that, it made hair stand up on his body because it sounded just like what he heard. And so long story short, we made this recorder last year and went down there and dropped it down there for 2 months basically, and we caught some shit, man. The first 3 weeks, we got 3 different things.
Dude.
And like I said, my nephew said there's still a hell of a lot more.
So just like Bigfoot, I believe in the chupacabra.
Yeah. I can't say I don't because
Right.
there's all this shit,
exactly
man.
the reason why.
Man,
Like, I also believe
I haven't seen it.
in the Mothman.
Yeah. Have you ever? Now my nephew does all the soundtracks for. Have you ever heard of Small Town Monsters?
No, I haven't.
So you got Tubi, right?
Okay, yeah.
Go on there, and oddly enough, it doesn't work when you type in Small Town Monsters, even though that's a shit. Or you can do YouTube, but Tubi's got the actual movies, the documentaries.
Sure.
But you got to type in SeAth Breedlove, Breadlove,
Bread love.
and all his shit will come up. And they got a documentary on Mothman, Minerva Monster. You ever heard of Minerva Monster?
Yeah.
Because of their documentary, which that was the very first one they did. That's why Minerva's got Minerva Day, Monster Day now.
Yeah.
And they did Mothman and like
We got Frankenstein's
Beast
grave
of,
right here in McKinley Monument.
Beast of Whitehall,
No.
the Beast of Bray Road, fucking boggy creature deal. They went out
Dude,
there.
Swamp
if you-
Like
thing.
they've been all over the place,
Swamp
man.
thing.
I was
Yeah.
a ghost explorer for my YouTube channel.
I was more spectral growing up.
And I searched for the truth, and I did it for YouTube, so I did it serious. And I broke into places, but not where not where I got caught. And I looked for the truth, and dude, didn't find too much out there. There was incidents that made me run away. I caught some evidence that's like, it can be explained, but that's pretty, convincing.
Sure, yeah.
I will not go in the woods in East Sparta on that old property. Them woods, dude. All of South is like, it's ancient Indian burial grounds. And it's cursed.
Are you talking about the
South of East Sparta, you say?
It's East Sparta. It's part of my woods. It all runs through there. It's a huge property. It's like 200 acres or something like that. And it goes all the way down. There's a collapsed mine, a whole mining thing that was down there. Damn. It's down there. So I don't know if anybody died in that, but it's down there.
Sure, somebody has somewhere down the line.
And everywhere you go in East Sparta, it's like there's something there, dude. And like as a ghost explorer, I went back there.
Have you ever heard of Prospect's Place?
Prospect Place. It's a notable haunted place. I believe it's out towards Dayton, more Kentucky, west down Cincinnati border. No.
It's maybe Mansfield, like past that.
I'm been to Mansfield.
It's further down, but closer towards Dayton.
Okay.
It was one of the last registered sites as part of the Underground Railroad. And there was a lot of history there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I had the pleasure of going spectral ghost hunting.
Have you seen
there.
any ghosts?
I've seen a lot of things that I could go and confirm is another like realm of entities that would be considered ghosts. Like I've never seen.
So he's like, I
ghost.
don't know what really a ghost is, but I've seen some crazy shit.
What convinced you?
A ball that would literally go and roll around
Like a
on
cat
the
ball?
floor.
And not just fall
a cat
because
ball.
the
I'm talking like a rubber ball, like a dodgeball, like a red rubber ball, like you would throw for a dog.
Yeah.
And it's be a bouncy ball. You can shake it as hard as you can. You can't feel a gyro. You can't feel a shift.
Yeah, they're not
nothing.
It's just a ball.
Nothing. It's just a ball.
Yep.
And it would go around the attic. It used to be the ballroom for the upper class. It would go around all the way and not bounce off the walls. I'm talking like in the middle of the floor, stop and get kicked by nothing. Like
By
just
something.
that's something. But in this physical world,
Right.
there was nothing there.
That made me believe.
So, according to the stories, there was several dogs on the premise that were buried there because that's where the family estate was. And that's where the dog played at night. So they would go up to the ballroom.
Gary said there's something in the water down
You
there.
know-
Yeah, there might be. I'm not from there. I visited that place once. I didn't go back.
Nah, I watched this dude, the cameraman, which he's from here and he's all over Ohio. He goes Bigfoot hunting, but he's got this dude that goes with him called MT Paranormal.
Sure.
He's got a YouTube channel. While they're in there Bigfoot hunting, he's got those spirit boxes and all this shit, man. And
Yeah.
that dude comes up with some crazy shit, man.
There
when
was
he's in the woods.
a group of guys.
And they
that-
claim there's all that shit, the chupacabra and the damn, all that weird shit that, what the hell, them skinwalkers and all kind of weird shit.
Sure.
They said there's
There
all that
was
shit.
a group of guys
Can't think of
here
the other ones.
in the Ohio area called Spectre. S.P.E.C.T.R.E. R.E.
Yeah.
Spectre. It was a thing. That's how they spelt out like what they meant. They were ghost hunters, and they would travel Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, Indiana, Kentucky,
All the
Tennessee,
stars
North
surrounding
Carolina, and they would
Wow.
do ghost hunting and like electromagnetic pulse radars and like checks
all the
and
good
all that
toys.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that same venue, the Prospect Place, because it was part of the Underground Railroad, and
Oh, we
there-
ran out of music because the show's over.
oh, that's fine. I can go a cappella. So there was, you go into the basement, and like my experience, I walked into the basement from the kitchen, so like I'm normal smell in a kitchen. It's not food; it's more like cleaner. And I'm going down into the basement. I can smell like burnt hair and
It's disgusting.
yeah, that. Have you ever lit your cigarette or lit a joint too short and you fucking
of course.
burn your mustache?
Yep.
Yeah. You can smell that hair. Like it's guys know that.
Fucked
Women,
around on a fire pit
yeah.
and
yeah,
burnt up.
burnt flesh. I smelled that as I was walking down the steps. And I could, that smell. And
Yeah.
you were walking down the steps, and you're like, "What the hell is that? I don't want to go downstairs."
Yeah.
And I asked somebody, I'm like, "Hey, can I stay upstairs? I'm not really feeling part of the tour." She's like, "Are you feeling all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm smelling like burnt hair and flesh. And it's just weird." And she's like, "Okay, well, if you want to join us, come down in a couple minutes." I'm like, "Okay." So I go down, and supposedly, according to the Prospect Place records, there was a train wreck where almost 250 slaves were aboard the train and burnt alive.
Oh, wow.
And were transported there and lived there and died there because that was one of the checkpoints. Part of that as well, they have 3 confirmed hangings inside the barn that is like maybe 75 feet away from the house. This giant barn that has
crazy.
2 floors. 3 bounty hunters, specifically. Very weird area. Like it. We did a table tipping session where you sit there and put the fingers and
I know
felt
exactly,
a lot of movement, and like everyone's trying to not use their palms. Everybody's trying to just keep the table down.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of weird shit. Like I believe in the spectral ghost being for sure.
Like a bounty hunter died there too.
They had
on top of that.
They had 3 confirmed hangings, like executions.
Oh, that was the hangings. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
All 3 of them were bounty hunters trying to catch the slaves from the Underground Railroad.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And the owners
They were caught in
and
the
the
place
owners
of
of the
that?
property. This was like 18.
all that bad energy
1780s,
still residing
1790s,
in there, man. That's
18.
fuck that.
Like, yeah.
Now,
this is pre-Civil War.
over by the Engine Hercules factory, there is some
Hercules plant.
serious energy there, and I got scared out of there. Now there things happen there that I could explain on multiple levels, but
Sure.
what
yeah.
like happened was visceral. Like I caught images on the camera that looked like a straight up person. The imagery that was there, the reason I think it was so haunted is because that area, all the kids broke in and they drew all their satanic stuff, all this symbolism everywhere. And dude, that space, my camera instantly died. It was daytime out. We went downstairs, it instantly got dark. We literally got physically attacked.
Yeah.
And it was like, one of my friends is probably crazy, you know, like I don't know, that it's probably not real, but man, it's yeah,
a lot. There's a lot of spaces like that here in downtown Canton. Like I know what you mean with Hercules Plant because
there's a lot of bodies there.
The original Factory of Terror,
Right, you wouldn't be there.
was
right.
there before that.
Right.
The history of that building was it was a manufacturing steel plant, and then they also stored ice in the basements, and they went like 4 stories deep.
Damn, that's
Like,
bitch
it's
was deep. Then I didn't know that.
It's big, like 3 basement levels.
Yeah.
Is insane.
They said that there's all kinds of bodies down there because they ran out of places to bury the bodies in
That's the rumors. That's the story.
underneath the tracks and everything. The hanging center's right here in downtown Canton. Like so much energy. I'm based on one of the original roads in Canton. Well, my old house was. And
Yeah, my shop's on Walnut and Cherry, like downtown.
there's energy. That house was built in the 1800s. There's energy in that house.
Yeah, I grew up in houses downtown Canton that were like
There's
that.
spots, you know.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that's clearly something, you
Sure,
know.
energy manifests itself. Time.
But I try to
creates
capture
energy.
it in the physical form. Like, I need to document this and find it, and like, that's what that is, because that could have been manifested. That is
Sure.
my opinion.
Sure.
It's like, I don't know. Like, that's why I'm on the brink of it. Yeah, like, magic exists, but on what level? You know,
Right.
I always search for that truth. That's the reason I went out and ghost hunted.
So
And I caught.
yes, we do got to wrap this shit up, but we got two
got
final
weird.
questions that we do.
Yeah.
One is, what would you tell your older self if you had the chance, or your younger self?
My
not your
younger
older
self?
Duh.
Don't
older
take
self.
things so seriously.
Damn, a lot of people say that, man.
Yeah, it's pretty common. Like I try to stay focused, try to stay positive, and enjoy my life. I'm pretty grateful for everything that I've got, and I get to live a good life because of the things I've done. I'm serious because of it, but I'm also pretty happy with my life. So,
I'm
And
pretty
then-
sure that's what I said.
And our final question always is, when I do remember them, if you had a chance to eat dinner with anybody that's already passed at any time period, any part in the world other than Jesus, who would it be?
Leonardo da Vinci.
I think we've had one person say that before.
I don't
Or
know.
no, still Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a deep question. You say
A
one
lot
thing
of
and you
people
Can't
say
say
their
Jesus,
mom.
like obviously.
yeah.
Fine, Buddha.
Like, who would you want to
Muhammad.
know the answers from? You know?
Right.
You
How-
mean, a lot
gotta
of people
sit
say
down.
their mom
Ra?
that's passed away. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I'm fortunate both my parents are still alive
Mine's
and live
gone.
with me. Live.
Can you imagine what sitting down with Hitler would be like?
I mean, honestly, that would be a great conversation. Be
It'd be
honest
like,
with you. As,
dude,
as
what is
crazy
wrong?
as that
What is
sounds,
going on?
I would have to pick the shit out of his brain, dude, because there's certain things that, man.
Am I allowed to have a bullet on me?
I mean,
Is this like a time
I've
travel
often-
thing? Because
I've
like
used that.
hotel time.
I've used that for a question. If you could go back in time, would you kill baby Hitler?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I still believe in that. Like nobody should go and have to suffer that hard.
Right.
Not one culture, and we suffer kind of a plague like that here in
Right.
the United States.
Absolutely.
It's gotten very, very weird with a lot of our retelling of histories and how things are changing in our present day that we've already lived in previous generations. The history's there. We just have to actually read it and
Right.
learn it and retain it and memorize it and pass it on and teach to the next generation to come.
Yeah. Even the shit we done fucked up on, right? Because that's how you learn.
The-
I mean, damn.
Thanks, guys.
You gotta
Nice meeting you all.
mess up
Yep.
to learn.
Yep.
You
We're
owe a
out of
quarter.
here, kids. Huh?
You owe a quarter.
Yeah, I owe a bunch of quarters.
Ha!
Bye.
But we're out of here. We've been here way too long. We have to go now.
Peace out, Gary, Bezo, Matt,
But,
Zach,
peace
Susie.
out, everybody. We'll see you on the next one next Wednesday. Peace.